तो हेलो हेलो नमस्ते मेरे प्यारे दोस्तों और मेरे प्यारे गेमर्स। जी हाँ, वापस आ गए हमारे स्क्रिम्स के साथ और आज की शुरुआत होने वाली है दो धमाकेदार टीम से जिनका नाम है टीम वैलियंट घूल्स और वो खेलेंगे क्यूई नोवा के खिलाफ। मेरा नाम है सोल्स्की और मैं रहूंगा आपका इस मैच नंबर 1 जो कि होने वाला बेस्ट ऑफ 3 की सीरीज का आपका कास्टर। और मेरे साथ जुड़े हैं मेरे प्रिय मित्र। आज तो काफी सुंदर दिख रहे हैं, पहले इनका साइता वाला फॉर्म आया था, काफी इवॉल्व होते रहते हैं हमारे मेरे भाई। कैसे हो शिंद्रा भाई आप?
एकदम बढ़िया मेरे दोस्त। और उसी के साथ आज की ये मैच जो है ना काफी इंटरेस्टिंग रहेगा। थोड़ा ड्राफ्ट की तरफ देखते हैं किस तरीके का जो ड्राफ्ट है वो आता हुआ दिखेगा। बात करें यहाँ पे क्वीन नोवा की ना, तो कल इनकी तरफ से ड्राफ्ट आया था भाई, और सोल्स की भाई एकदम मस्त ड्राफ्ट आया था। लाइक जिस तरीके से उन्होंने वो कवर किया था। आप एयू की बात करें, आप डैमेज की बात करें, आप सस्टेन की बात करें, तो ओवरऑल 100 मार्क्स पिछले बार इनको मिले तो उस चीज पे मेरी तरफ से लेट्स सी आज का यहाँ पे जो है वो लेके आएंगे। क्योंकि ड्राफ्ट की बात करें अभी रिसेंटली ही चेंज हुआ है मेटा, फिर दोबारा से असैसिन की तरफ थोड़ा सा पुश किया जा रहा है। तो लिंग और इडोरा जो है कहीं ना कहीं एक प्रायोरिटी पिक बनते हुए जा रहे हैं। और चुपके से बीच में जो है आप बोल सकते हैं कि बेलरिक, फ्लिकर बेलरिक, उनका कहीं ना कहीं दबदबा थोड़ा बोड़ा बना हुआ है यहाँ पे।
जी बिल्कुल। और यहाँ पर बैन की बात करें तो यहाँ पर हिरारा बैन देखने को मिला है, जो बैन दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है शायद से हिरारा बैन ही है। अब बेलरी के सामने बोला मेरे भाई। और यहाँ पर वैलियंट घूल्स बहुत ही उम्दा तरीके से पहले पिक एटलस, बढ़िया पिक। यहाँ पर इडोरा छोड़ दी है। इडोरा क्या क्यू इनोवा पकड़ेंगी? जैसे आपने बोला कल इनका ड्राफ्ट बहुत बेहतरीन था, क्या क्यू इनोवा आज उसी बेहतरीन ड्राफ्ट को आगे ले जाना चाहेंगे? इस मैच नंबर 1 बेस्ट ऑफ 3 सीरीज का गेम नंबर 1 है ये मेरे दोस्त। तो अभी मौका है कि ले लें अपने हक पे इडोरा। और साथ में बात करें और नहीं, गॉड ले गए हैं और हिरारा बैंड है, ठीक है। लिंक भी नहीं ले गए हैं, अकाई के साथ यहाँ जाना चाहेंगे और यहाँ फ्रेया दे दिया गया है। थोड़ा बहुत मेरे को लग रहा है रफेला और वगैरह ले सकते हैं टीम वैलियंट घूल्स। लिंक, फ्रेया, एटलस, काफी अच्छी शुरुआत टीम वैलियंट घूल की तरफ से।
वो स्लो डाउन यहाँ पे आता हुआ दिखेगा। आर्टिक कोल्ड वो पैसिव यहाँ पे लगेगा, तो अगर किसी को सिकंजर में पकड़ेंगे टीम वैलियंट घूल्स की तरफ से तो निकल पाना बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किल रहेगा। एंड लिंक का वो बर्स्ट हुआ आता हुआ हमें दिखेगा। तो कहीं ना अब आपको कोशिश ये करनी पड़ेगी कि लिंक को बार बार आप तंग कर सके। उसके लिए थोड़ा सा मेरे ख्याल से इडोरा की तरफ जाते तो ज्यादा बेटर रहता। गॉड आई थिंक बुरा नहीं है, बट जब भी अल्टीमेट वगैरह लगाएंगे तो यहाँ पे जो है वो अकेले खड़े रहेंगे, तो जो है यहाँ पे बैकलेन की तरफ जो है वहां पे खतरा ज्यादा बढ़ जाएगा। तो कहीं ना कहीं आपको जो है यहाँ पे उनको प्रोटेक्ट करके रखना पड़ेगा। अकाई की बात करें, अब अकाई जो है यहाँ पे अपना अल्टीमेट लगाते हुए जाएंगे। अगर वो आगे चार्ज इन करते हैं तो बैकलेन को कौन प्रोटेक्ट करेगा? तो वहां पे वो थोड़ी सी स्थिति आपको देखनी पड़ेगी। और लिंक जैसे हीरो के लिए आपको स्टन की जरूरत बहुत ज्यादा पड़ती है। अगर इडोरा वगैरह आप उठाते तो आप सेफ पिक कर सकते थे, काउंटर की तरफ जा सकते थे। लेकिन अभी भी मैं बोलूंगा कि नोबा के पास मौका है इसको और अच्छा ड्राफ्ट यहाँ पे बनाने का। लेट्स सी आगे के जो पिक्स हैं वो किस तरीके से आएंगे, लेकिन उससे पहले बैन्स।
फोबियस पिक अच्छा लगा मेरे को यहाँ मेरे भाई क्वीन नोवा की तरफ से। गॉड सबसे ज्यादा दिक्कत होगी जब वो अल्ट खोलेगा अपनी, तो लिंक चढ़ सकता है, उससे फ्रेया भी चढ़ सकती है और यहाँ पर हमारे नॉकअप भी आ सकता है एक फेटल लिंक की तरफ से जो कि आने वाला है एटलस की तरफ से। तो गॉड को थोड़ा दिक्कत हो सकती है। आगे ले गए आप ताकि गॉड को ज्यादा दिक्कत ना हो। हेवी स्पेन है यहाँ पे डिसएंगेज करने के लिए, बट किस के लिए यूज करेंगे आप? तो अभी फोबियस ले गए हैं, आपको सेकेंडरी जो एंगेज मिल सकता है आपको उससे, ये अच्छा आइडिया है। जैसा आपने बोला ड्राफ्ट बेहतरीन हो सकता है। यहाँ पर हेल्थ के साथ गए हैं अभी वैलियंट घूल्स, यहाँ पर एस्मेराल्डा। और बात करें तो यहाँ पर रफेला आ गई है। ये मेरे को पता था क्योंकि ड्राफ्ट ये है थोड़ा बहुत नहीं, पूरा सिमिलर है उनकी तरह और टर्की की तरह। लिंक ले गए हैं, फ्रेया उनके हक में है, एटलस से मिल चुका है, बस एक यूरेनस के अलावा यहाँ पर उन्होंने एस्मेराल्डा उठाया। आई थिंक एस्मेराल्डा बेटर होती, बट यूरेनस बेटर होता, बट एस्मेराल्डा भी बेटर है क्योंकि वहाँ हैरत ले गए हैं और उसके खिलाफ सुयू फार्मिंग स्पीड मैचअप करने थे। मेरे हिसाब से यहाँ पर हार्ले भी खेल सकते थे क्योंकि हार्ले जो है, अब जैसे कि आपने बोला असैसिन मैटर चल रहा है, तो मेरे हिसाब से हार्ले यहाँ पर थोड़ा बेटर होता। एक को बस्ट डाउन कर सकते थे ताकि वो रफेला हो, चाहे वो लिंग हो, चाहे वो फ्रेया हो। फिलहाल डैमेज तो है, बट सुयू इस मेटा में और अगेंस्ट दिस सारे मैजिक जो डैमेज आ रहा है टीम वेरिएंट घूल्स की तरफ से, रफेला, एस्मेराल्डा, इवन एटलस भी, तो थोड़ा सुयू अच्छा ही लग रहा है मेरे को यहाँ पर मेरे भाई।
हाँ, बहुत अच्छे पॉइंट आउट आपने किया। देखिए अब एटलस है सामने, एटलस के सामने ना बहुत ज्यादा दिक्कत आता है सुयू को। अब एक प्रॉब्लम तो ऑलरेडी है, उसके साथ साथ 2-3 प्रॉब्लम आप और जोड़ दीजिए। यहाँ पे रफेला वहाँ पे मौजूदा रहेगी, स्लो डाउन और ज्यादा आएगा। उसके साथ साथ एस्मेराल्डा वहाँ पे रहने वाली है। एस्मेराल्डा की बात करें तो यहाँ पे 3 हीरो को वो कहीं ना कहीं बोल सकते हैं कि काउंटर करती हुई थोड़ा सा
अच्छा।
दिखेंगी। फूवियस की बात करें, उनका जो शील्ड है वो आएगा। अकाई की बात करें, उनका स्किल यूज करने पे जो है यहाँ पे शील्ड आ जाता है। तो एस्मेराल्डा की आप बोल सकते हैं कि पूरी तरीके से बल्ले बल्ले यहाँ पे होने वाली है, लेकिन जो गेम है वो थोड़ा सा आप बोल सकते हैं कि अर्ली गेम की तरफ थोड़ा सा शिफ्ट होता हुआ हमें दिखेगा, क्योंकि लिंक को अगर यहाँ पे स्नोबॉल मिल जाता है किसी भी तरीके से, तो फिर उनको रोक पाना बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किल रहेगा, क्योंकि लगातार आपको जो है स्प्लिट पुश का भी ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा। उसके साथ साथ आपको जो है वो फाइट पे जो है लिंक आराम से आ सकते हैं, और लिंक पिक करने का फायदा ये रहता है कि आपके पास बोल सकते हैं कि मैप का बहुत अच्छा खासा ओपन सोर्स यहाँ पे बोल सकते हैं इजिली कंट्रोल रहता है। मोबिलिटी आपके पास बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ जाती है मैप के अंदर।
जी बिल्कुल मेरे भाई, और इसी के साथ साथ हम आज जाएंगे आगमन करेंगे हमारे लैंड और डॉन में बेस्ट ऑफ 3 का मुकाबला। ये फटाफट दोनों ही टीम यहाँ लड़ते हुए, और वेलियंट गुल जैसे आपने बोला लिंक के पास एक एडवांटेज रहेगी, रोटेशन में बहुत ज्यादा डैमेज खा चुका है यहाँ पर। O2 एग्रेसिवनेस के लिए जाने जाते हैं, बट यहाँ पर शायद से मुंह की ब्लड दे दिया है यहाँ पर क्यों ही नोवा को, और अभी यहाँ पर थोड़ा मृत्युदंड मिलेगा यहाँ पर। O2 गॉट कुक को थोड़ा कुक हुआ है यहाँ पर O2 भाई हमारे
कि अपने नाम को पूरा जस्टिफाइड करते हुए सीधा वहां पे गए। लेन कट करना चाहते थे, लेन कट करने के लिए गए थे, लेकिन खुद कट हो गए वहां पे। अब जो है स्थिति थोड़ी सी बोल सकते हैं कि ये बनती हुई दिखेगी। जो एक अर्ली एग्रेशन जो है वो आता हुआ हमें दिखेगा फ्रेया की तरफ से, वो थोड़ा सा भी कम हो जाएगा। अब दूसरी साइड की बात करें यहाँ पे, तो रोटेशन जिनकी हम बात कर रहे थे यहाँ पे, तो उसके ऊपर भी थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखा जाएगा किस तरीके से आता हुआ हमें दिखेगा। और ये देखिए फिर दोबारा बदला लेते हुए देखेंगे, अंदर की तरफ गए हैं, लेकिन रोटेशन आएगा पीछे से और उसी के साथ फिनिश ऑफ कर दिया जाएगा। सुयू यहाँ पे किल लेके जाएंगे O2 का, लेकिन दूसरी साइड टॉप लेन की तरफ वहां पे दिक्कतें बढ़ सकती है, क्योंकि फूवियस वहां पे मौजूदा है और अभी इंगेज करना सोचा नहीं उन्होंने, पीछे आए हैं। नाइस, ओके
जी बिल्कुल मेरे भाई, और यहाँ पर शायद से YZ को मार्क करा जाएगा। अभी यहाँ पर पहला कुछ हमारा आगमन कर चुका है। यहाँ पर बिलाशन फ्रिजिड आइस भी मौजूद, FAPTZ थोड़ा दिक्कत है वहाँ पर। शिंडा भाई
नई तरफ गए हैं, ब्लेड ऑफ टेम्पेस्ट का इस्तेमाल किया गया है, ब्लेड सारे उठाए जाएंगे और उसी के साथ केओशी एक किलो और यहाँ पे मिलेगा, और इसी के साथ FAPTZ वो जरूर यहाँ पे रहेंगे। स्लो डाउन करने का प्रयास किया जा रहा है। एस्मेराल्डा यहाँ पे वो डैमेज चुका करना चाहती है, लेकिन दिक्कत किया है, और उसी के साथ दिक्कत में पड़े हैं टैंक, उनको भी पीछे हटना पड़ेगा। चाचा के लिए आ चुके हैं और ये चर्चल लेने का प्रयास किया जा रहा है इस समय। आई थिंक लिंक यहाँ पे थोड़ा देखेंगे, अगर ब्लू बफ उनको मिलता है तो शायद एक बार रिस्क ले सकते हैं जाने का, लेकिन उससे पहले ये चाचा ले लिया जाएगा। क्यों नोवा इस मैच को काफी अच्छे तरीके से बैलेंस आउट कर रही है।
कहाँ गया है मेरे भाई, इतना ज्यादा लेन कट आगे की तरफ मौजूद है। हेवी स्पिन क्या पड़ेगा, हेवी स्पिन, ब्रोकन वॉल्स मौजूद यहाँ पर, वॉल करी डिसेंट बेट आउट कराते हुए बेहतरीन प्रदर्शन क्यूइनोवा की तरफ से। और जैसे कि आप बात कर रहे थे मेरे भाई, सुयू एक्चुअली सही चल रहा है क्योंकि उन्होंने मार्क करा फ्रेया को स्टार्टिंग में, बट अभी फिर से प्योरीफाई यहाँ पर मिलेगा मिस्टेक गश, बट प्योरीफाई की मदद से बच जाएंगे यहाँ पर O2। बात करूंगा आइटमाइजेशन की, थोड़ा बहुत यहाँ पर अभी धीमा चलेगा गेम, पहला कुछ हमारा ले चुके हैं और ठीक है आप ले गए हैं थोड़ा ड्राफ्ट और टर्की जैसे, पर आप खेल नहीं पा रहे हैं वैसे यहाँ पर क्योंकि इस ड्राफ्ट की ताकत है मेरे भाई। नेवर माइंड, यहाँ देखिए आप
अंदर की तरफ आए हैं, डैमेज देते हुए जाएंगे। टेम्पर्स और ब्लेड यहाँ पे ब्लेड कलेक्ट करते हुए दिखेंगे, लेकिन डैमेज आएगा, लेकिन वो भरपूर डैमेज नहीं होने वाला है, और उसी के साथ एक गलती, और यहाँ पे ज्यादा जल्दी आपने इंगेज किया। आई थिंक वहां पे वर्थ इट नहीं रहा ये इंगेज। डैमेज जरूर आया, लेकिन वो कमी जरूर पड़ेगी। अंदर की तरफ गए हैं, डैमेज आएगा, फोकस बहुत ज्यादा गए हैं जी बिल्कुल, और उसी के साथ उनको दिया जाएगा यहाँ पे, पनिश किया गया है। अब यहाँ पे बात कर रहे थे कि जिस तरीके से गेम बढ़ता हुआ जाता है, बैलेंस आउट करती हुई दिख रही है दोनों ही टीम एक दूसरे की मिस्टेक।
जी बिल्कुल, थोड़ा वहां पर मैं बोलूंगा अनुशासित दिखाना था, वहां पर अनुशासन दिखाना था टीम क्यूइनोवा को, छोड़ देना था रफेला को, मिल जाता आपको किल, बट वहां पर थोड़ा एग्रेसिव या फिर मैं बोलूंगा थोड़ा ज्यादा रुक गए और उसकी भरपाई करनी पड़ी उनको अपनी मौत से। फिलहाल अगर आप बात करें यहाँ पर आइटमाइजेशन वाइज, तो सुयू का थोड़ा बढ़िया चल रहा है, लिंक थोड़ा वहां पर हैरिथ जो और FAPTZ का जो आया है फॉलो अप, मतलब अगर FAPTZ नहीं होता तो क्या पता वेलियंट गूल्स वो टीम फाइट जीत जाती, बट फॉलो अप बेहतरीन यहाँ पर FAPTZ की तरफ से। वो डेमोनिक परस्यूट और इन्फर्नल परस्यूट बहुत जरूरत थी वहां पर, ताकि लिंक को आप पकड़ सके मिड ईयर और एकदम कंधा मार पाए। थोड़ा शोल्डर अटैक मारा उन्होंने और लिंक को एकदम से रोका गया, और वहां पर फायदा उठाया वहां पर हैरिथ ने और उनको फटाफट से बस्ट डाउन करा। और यहाँ पर लॉर्ड स्लेन तो अभी हुआ नहीं है, अभी प्रयास हुआ खचे महाराज का, 5 मिनट हो चुके हैं, दूसरा खचे महाराज है। FAPTZ का फ्लिकर हमें देखने को मिलेगा उनकी तरफ से नहीं, थोड़ा बहुत यहाँ पर नॉकआउट का प्रयास। एटलस की पोजीशन काफी अच्छी वहाँ पर, गॉड की ओर जाना चाहेंगे, सुई को पकड़ना चाहेंगे, यहाँ पर मिलेगा उनको ब्लेड सर्च से पीछे भागना पड़ेगा। ओ
अंदर तरफ गए, डैमेज आएगा, मिस्टिकस का इस्तेमाल किया है, डैमेज दिया है और अच्छा खासा डैमेज। और यहाँ पे एस्मेराल्डा अंदर गई है, काफी ज्यादा डैमेज सोकअप करती हुई दिखी है अंदर। और उसी के साथ साथ सुयू पीछे से आएंगे, दिक्कत दे सकते हैं। हैवी स्पिन का इस्तेमाल किया है, टावर के अंदर लेके जाना चाहते हैं, काई वॉल की तरफ रोका जाएगा, क्या वो डैमेज सोकअप कर पाएंगे? एस्मेराल्डा सर्वाइव करने की कोशिश, लेकिन उनको भी यहाँ पे फिनिश ऑफ कर दिया जाएगा। लिंग वहां पे मौजूदा रहेंगे, उसी के साथ ब्लेड यहाँ पे ब्लेड कलेक्ट किए हैं, बहुत ही बढ़िया डैमेज, डबल किल यहाँ पे लिया है, ट्रिपल किल लेने का प्रयास। ओपीएस यहाँ पे चढ़ चुके हैं, पीछे की तरफ डिमोनिक एनर्जी का इस्तेमाल किया है, अंदर की तरफ डिमोनिक परस्यू यहाँ पे लगाते हुए, लेकिन O2 उनको करेंगे फिनिश ऑफ। और उसी के साथ टीम वैलियंट गूल्स वापसी उनकी होती हुई 8-8 का स्कोर। लेकिन टावर के ऊपर अभी बढ़त नहीं है, स्ट्रक्चर के ऊपर वो पीछे अभी चल रहे हैं, उनको स्ट्रक्चर के ऊपर बढ़त हासिल करनी पड़ेगी जल्दी से जल्दी।
जी बिल्कुल मेरे भाई। और एंटी हील गए हैं और यहाँ पर 4vs, अरे मतलब मेरे हिसाब से यहाँ पहला आइटम आप मेरे हिसाब से एक रेडनोट जा सकते थे, फिर एक चास्टाइज रश कर सकते थे ताकि फ्रेया को थोड़ा वो क्या बोलूं एक स्पेस ना मिले। बट ठीक है, एंटी हील गए, एंटी हील आप पे था, ठीक है मानता हूँ, आपने वहाँ पर टैंक ने आपके एंटी हील नहीं बनाया। और सेलेस्टियल टॉयलेट की बात करूँ मैं यहाँ पर मेरे भाई, इसीलिए मैं बोला था यूरेनस बेटर, क्योंकि थोड़ा एन्चेंटेड चाहिए होता है, थोड़ा स्केल अप चाहिए होता है यहाँ पर एस्मेराल्डा को, और यूरेनस अर्ली गेम से ही काफी स्ट्रांग होते हैं। बॉटम लेने स्ट्रक्चर लेने का प्रयास यहाँ पर मेरे भाई
अंदर की तरफ गए हैं, थोड़ा सा जो है कोशिश कर रहे हैं वो स्ट्रक्चर के ऊपर बड़ा करने की, लेकिन वो पूरी तरीके से डिनाई किया जा रहा है। और देखिए फूबीस अंदर जाने से पहले वेट किया गया, हैवी स्पिन आएगा, बच के निकलना चाहते हैं, अंदर की तरफ गए, ब्लेड ऑफ टेम्पल्स, और उसी के साथ फिनिश ऑफ करेंगे बैकलेन को। गॉड को अकेला छोड़ा, आप आगे गए चार्ज करने के लिए, और मौके का फायदा यहाँ पे क्योशी ने उठाया उनको मार करके। अभी भी किल के ऊपर बढ़त हासिल हुई है, टॉप लेन का टरेट जरूर टूटा है वहां पे, तो एक स्ट्रक्चर के ऊपर बढ़त जरूर हासिल मिलेगी आपको, लेकिन यहाँ पे दिक्कत हो सकती है। इस्तेमाल क्या है, इस्तेमाल करते हुए जाएंगे अंदर की तरफ, अभी जाते हुए दिख रहे हैं, डैमेज अभी लगातार लगेगा। यहाँ पे आएंगे, वल्गैरिटी का इस्तेमाल किया है, रफेल की तरफ अल्टीमेट आएगा, रोकने का प्रयास, और यहाँ पे डैमेज जो है वो हवा में
3-man फेटलिंग्स वहां पर किया, और काफी बेहतरीन फेटलिंग्स यहाँ पर 2 बना हुआ, एक ट्रेड ऑफ की दोबारा अंदर जाना चाहेंगे, प्रयास रहेगा ब्लेड सर्च की वजह से भागने का प्रयास, यहाँ पर मिलेगा जमान फोर्स, क्रोनो डैश, काफी ज्यादा डैमेज देने का प्रयास बट इसमा, और नहीं ब्लेड सर्च, एम्पेस्ट का ब्लेड पकड़ना चाहेंगे यहाँ पर लिंग सुयू को, और मिस्टेक गश के साथ शटडाउन दिया जाएगा। बेहतरीन प्रदर्शन इस गॉड का इस मैच में, काबिल तारीफ है खिलाड़ी, बट काफी काबिल तारीफ यहाँ पर क्योशी ने काफी अच्छा टर्टल निकाला। और अभी 8 मिनट इस गेम में बैक एंड फोर्थ चल रहा है, गेम आगे पीछे जा रहा है। स्ट्रक्चर की बात करें थोड़ा, इस बार वेलियंट गूल्स के पास बढ़त मौजूद, एक स्ट्रक्चर एक्स्ट्रा, और वाईसी जो है बोलना चाहूंगा कि अपने गॉड को भूल जा रहे हैं मेरे भाई, आपको हेवी स्पिन बचा के रखना ताकि लिंग जो है आपके गॉड को परेशान ना करे मेरे भाई।
जी बिल्कुल, और ये स्थिति मैं स्टार्टिंग में बोल रहा था आपको कि पीछे गॉड को बचाएगा कौन अगर आप चार्ज करने जाएंगे, आप इनिशिएट करने के लिए जाएंगे, और इसी का कारण है यहाँ पे बहुत ज्यादा दिक्कत हो रही है, क्योंकि बैकलेन पे गॉड अपनी पोजीशन ढंग से रख नहीं पा रहे हैं, और वैसे डिसएडवांटेज होने के बावजूद उसकी पोजीशन अच्छी तरीके से जा रही है। लेकिन अभी फाइट यहाँ पे छिड़ती हुई दिखेगी, अंदर की तरफ गए हैं, पीछे हटे हैं, और एक बोल सकते हैं आपकी सेटअप की कोशिश की जा रही है टीम वैलियंट गोल्स उनकी तरफ से। एटलस जो है वो आते हुए दिख सकते हैं, कंसील लगाया अंदर की तरफ, ओके मिस्टर गर्ल्स लगा के डरा दिया वहां पे, एटलस को बोला आगे आओगे मित्र, गला दिए जाओगे, पीछे हट जाइए।
अरे मेरे को लगा मेरे भाई कि क्यों ही नो का अच्छा मौका है कि एंगेज करेंगे, क्योंकि वॉलगेट डिसेंट मौजूद नहीं था वहां पर, तो एंगेज कर सकते थे, बट यहाँ पर गॉड भाई ने जो मस्ती करी है उसका भुगतान हमको करना पड़ेगा, कि क्योंकि अब नहीं कर सकते हो टीम फाइट बिना मिस्टेक के। तो अभी वॉलगेट डिसेंट अब आ गया है, बिल्कुल O2 पे वॉलगेट डिसेंट आ चुका है, और अब वो पूरा एग्रेसिव जाएंगे। यहाँ पर मौजूद नहीं है मिस्टेक गश, लड़ाई होते हुए यहाँ पर काफी ज्यादा लो, एटलस
अंदर तरफ गए हैं, क्रोनोडेस इस्तेमाल करे, पीछे की तरफ जाते हुए देखेंगे, मिस्टिक जाएगा, मेल्टडाउन किया जाएगा, और यहाँ पे कियोशी किल जरूर लेंगे, टेंपल ऑफ ब्लेड और बहुत ही कम अच्छी बचने का प्रयास, लेकिन फ्लिकर वापस आएंगे, और उसके साथ टीजी पीछे से आए हैं, डैमेज दिया है, एस्मेराल्डा सस्टेन करने का प्रयास कर रही हैं, लेकिन ज्यादा देर तक नहीं कर पाएंगी। कितनी देर तक आप सर्वाइव करेंगी, वो डैमेज इतना ज्यादा पड़ेगा आपकी तरफ, और पूरी की पूरी टीम एक एक करके यहाँ पे दाराशाही हो चुकी है। टीम वैलियंट गूल्स उनको वापसी करने के लिए आना पड़ेगा, लेकिन अभी समय वो उनके पास कम रहने वाला है, क्योंकि मिड कटर रेट उसके ऊपर प्रयास होता हुआ जा रहा है, लेकिन अरे मेरे मित्र आपने अल्टीमेट लगा तो दी लेकिन पीछे फॉलो अप नहीं है, क्या फायदा हुआ उस अल्टीमेट का, ना टावर बचा ना कुछ हुआ।
जी रफेला ही थोड़ा देखिए अब आपको वो क्या बोलते हैं फॉलो अप, उस पर डैमेज ही नहीं है अभी। अगर बात करें आइटमाइजेशन की, यहाँ पर O2 गॉड कोड की अच्छी पोजिशनिंग, सुयून अभी नापा नहीं है उनको, यहाँ मिला है बट वहां पर काफी अच्छी पोजिशनिंग हैरत की, पर मिस्टेक मिला है यहाँ पर। ब्लेड सर्ट से पकड़ा है कियोशी को, मिलेगा उनको एक सोल सीवर, काफी ज्यादा लो डिमोनिक परस्यूट प्योरीफायर बैक लेन में देखिए तो सुयू ने O2 को कुक कर चुका है। अभी बारी है सेलेस्टियल ट्वाइलाइट की, मिलेगा इनफर्नल परस्यूट। ये जो फैब टीजी है अपने नाम पे बहुत अपने नाम के मुताबिक खेल रहे हैं, टीजी मतलब प्रो हो गई मेरे भाई, और काफी बेहतरीन यहाँ पर प्रदर्शन स्लैप टीजी का। अभी स्ट्रक्चर की बात करें, टॉप लाइन स्ट्रक्चर डाउन। अब बात करूंगा यहाँ आइटमाइजेशन की मेरे भाई, तो अभी बहुत जल्दी मेल्ट हो जा रहे हैं एटलस। उन्होंने बनाया क्या है, अथीना बनाया कि नहीं? अरे भाई फ्लीटिंग टाइम क्यों, माय गॉड होली, यहाँ फ्लीटिंग टाइम आपको जाना ही नहीं चाहिए था। आपको बस एक एंगेज करना चाहिए भाई, आपको बार बार नहीं करना है यहाँ पर फ्लीटिंग टाइम। और यहाँ बात करें आप अकाई की, तो काफी अच्छा मैं बोलूंगा यहाँ पर आइटमाइजेशन, बस थोड़ा गार्डियन में लेट जा सकते थे। अभी मेरे साथ थोड़ा मैजिकल डिफेंस है, मैजिकल डिफेंस में कुछ है नहीं, तो रफेला कितना डैमेज दिलेगी आपको तो फिर ठीक है। और यहाँ पर काफी ज्यादा एचपी, काफी ज्यादा लो गॉड।
लीड ऑफ टेम्पेस्ट का इस्तेमाल किया है, की तरफ गए हैं, शॉट कलेक्ट करी है लेकिन बच नहीं पाएंगे। यहाँ पे फिनिश ऑफ कर दिया था लेकिन उसी के साथ खुद दाराशाही होंगे। लॉर्ड अभी भी मार्च करता हुआ दिखेगा मिड लेन से, और यहाँ पे फ्रिया फंसती हुई दिख सकती है, बच के निकलना चाहती है। लीको फेक का इस्तेमाल किया है, एटलस वहां पे आएंगे, अल्टीमेट लगा सकते हैं, कोशिश रहेगी और उसी के साथ लिंक लगेगा जरूर, लेकिन फॉलो अप है नहीं पीछे। और जमान फोर्स का इस्तेमाल किया है, क्रोनोडेस का इस्तेमाल किया जाएगा। एटलस फिर दोबारा से यहाँ पे मेल्टडाउन होते हुए दिखेंगे। लॉर्ड मिड लेन की तरफ यहाँ पे मार्च करता हुआ दिख रहा है, और ओह माय गॉड व्हाट अ मेल्टडाउन। सेलेस्टियल ट्वाइलाइट यहाँ पे पानी की तरह बहते हुए दिखे, और ये देखिए थोड़ा सा बोल सकते कि जो ड्राफ्ट था ना कहीं स्पूवियस के चक्कर में पूरा का पूरा पलटता हुआ दिख रहा है। जितना ज्यादा डैश यहाँ पे यूज किया जा रहा है उतना ही ज्यादा फूवियस जो है सस्टेन करते हुए दिख रहे हैं।
जी बिल्कुल, अगर आपने ऐसी ड्राफ्ट चलना था तो आपको बैन कर देना चाहिए था ये हीरो फोवियस। आपने किमी बैन करा आपने, ठीक है कोई दिक्कत नहीं, ओके नेवर माइंड। के शीश जो काफी ज्यादा लो होते हुए क्रोनोडास, जमान फोर्स यहाँ मिलेगा परफेक्ट कैच, क्या यूज करेंगे? नाइलेट नहीं, एटलस पकड़ नहीं पाए वहां पर, करीबी मामला यहाँ पर टीम क्यू इनोवा के लिए, पर टीम क्यू इनोवा नियंत्रण में लेते हुए इस गेम को। बेहतरीन प्रदर्शन यहाँ मेरे क्यू इनोवा की तरफ से। हालांकि वैलेंट गूल्स का एक वैलियंट तरीके से खेलने का प्रयास था बट नहीं खेल पाएंगे मेरे दोस्त, क्योंकि यहाँ पर जो पूरी जो मैं बोलूँगा करेज है यहाँ पर टीम क्यू इनोवा ने दिखाई है। और अभी काफी ज्यादा डैमेज, देखिए फ्लीटिंग टाइम बनाई है और आप कैसे मेट हो रहे हैं यहाँ पर क्यू, यहाँ पर हमारे हैरित भाई से जमान फोर्स की ओर के पास मौजूद नहीं है ब्लू बफ, और उनको अभी चोक डाउन किया जाएगा इस गेम में। अरे मैं तो चाहूंगा कि अगर क्यू इनोवा एक भी ब्लू बफ नहीं देते लिंक को यहाँ पर, तो एक सरदर्दी कम हो जाएगी उनके बैकलाइन के लिए, तो वो काफी काबिल तारीफ होगा अगर क्यू इनोवा इस तरह सोचते हैं आगे जाते हुए इस गेम में।
बिल्कुल। अरे देखिए ग्राफ की तरफ एक बार नजर डालेंगे, लाल हो रखा है पूरा भाई, वहां से वापसी हुई नहीं अभी तक, डिक्लाइनिंग रेट पे नहीं जा रहा है, लगातार अपरेट पे गया है। और यहाँ पे टेम्पर्स ऑफ ब्लेड का इस्तेमाल करते हुए पीछे की तरफ आते हुए दिखेंगे क्यूशी। दिक्कत ये हो जा रही है ना यहाँ पे कि एटलस जैसे कि आपने कहा फर्स्ट आइटम उन्होंने वो डालता, लेकिन उससे पहले फाइट होते हुए दिखेगा। ओ माय गॉड व्हाट अ शील्ड यहाँ पे मिली है, पूरी हाफ एचपी से ज्यादा शील्ड उनके पास रहते हुए दिखेगी। हैवी स्पिन का इस्तेमाल किया है, रोकने का प्रयास किया जाएगा लेकिन फायदा नहीं होने वाला है मित्र। टैंक के ऊपर अटैक करने का कोई फायदा नहीं, बैकलेन से डैमेज जरूर आ जाएगा, निकलने का प्रयास आपको करना पड़ेगा, लेकिन फोबियस आपको कैसे निकलने देंगे? जितने बार आप डैश करेंगे उनका पैसिव उतनी ही बार चेंज होगा। और यहाँ पे पीछे की तरफ आते हुए दिखे, और दूसरी साइड पे देखिए यहाँ पे वो आ चुके हैं पीछे से, अल्टीमेट का प्रयास किया है रोकने का, लेकिन कितनी देर सफल रहेंगे? आई डोंट थिंक कि यहाँ पे टीम वैलियंट घूल उनके पास कोई और रास्ता बचा है, क्योंकि हैरिथ पूरी तरीके से स्केल अप हो चुके हैं। उनकी टीम में क्यू इनोवा की टीम पे जो हीरो जरूरी थे स्केल अप होने पे वो पूरी तरीके से हो चुके हैं, और टैंक यहाँ पे पूरी तरीके से मेल्ट हो जा रहे हैं। सबसे बढ़िया दिक्कत यहाँ पे आपने जो बोला था सोल्स की, वो यहाँ पे ये आया कि टैंक ने डिफेंस नहीं बनाया था, वो फ्लीटिंग टाइम की तरफ गए थे, जिसके कारण अर्ली गेम पे ना वो बहुत जल्दी मेल्टडाउन हो जा रहे थे, और वहीं से जो गेम है वो पलटा। क्यूइनोवा ने उसी चीज के ऊपर यूटिलाइज किया, उस चीज के ऊपर उसको जो है इन्वेस्ट किया, और उसका जो है आपको बिग रिटर्न मिला है उसके बदले। क्योंकि एटलीस्ट अगर एक अच्छी अल्टीमेट लगा देते ना वहां पे, तो ये गेम जो है कभी इतना वन साइडेड नहीं जाता हुआ हमें दिखता।
जी बिल्कुल, जी बिल्कुल, यहाँ पर आपने बिल्कुल सही बोला है मेरे भाई। और अभी बफ मिला है क्या क्यूशी को? नहीं मिला। बहुत ही बेहतरीन प्ले यहाँ पर टीम क्यू इनोवा की तरफ से। और अभी फैब टीजी का फ्लिकर प्ले हो सकता है यहाँ पर O2 गॉड कोड पकड़े गए हैं, क्या मिलेगा उनको इन्फर्नल परस्यू, बट नहीं, कंधा टैकल मारा है यहाँ पर लिंक को, काफी लो हो चुके हैं लिंक पे शॉट ब्लेड का इस्तेमाल करेंगे, हेवी स्पिन जी बिल्कुल पकड़ा है क्यूसी को और भागने नहीं देंगे उनको, और यहाँ पर शियो अभी मस्ती मजाक में यहाँ पर अपना इस्तेमाल करते हैं जमान फोर्स मिस्टिक रशाई एटलस, यहाँ पर मिलेगा एक सोल सीवर ब्लेड सर्च ही मिलेगा यहाँ पर सुयू की तरफ से, मेगा किल, नेक्सस काफी ओपन हो चुका है और इसी के साथ साथ धराशायी करा पूरी टीम को और साथ में ले जाएंगे उनका बेस भी टीम क्यू इनोवा। बेहतरीन प्रदर्शन इस गेम नंबर 1 में, बेस्ट ऑफ 3 सीरीज गेम नंबर 1 अपने हाथों में लेकर टीम क्यू इनोवा।
कमाल का गेम प्ले आता हुआ है यहाँ पे टीम क्यू इनोवा। कल भी जिस तरीके से खेली थी, बेहतरीन तरीके से खेली, और लाइक आई मीन आप एक नोटिस करेंगे जिस तरीके से ड्राफ्ट यहाँ पे पूरी तरीके से काउंटर प्ले बनाते हुए दिखी। आई मीन जो यहाँ पे फ्लैप टीजी है उनका जो योगदान रहा पूरी टीम फाइट पे वो काबिले तारीफ। एक तरीके से बोल सकते हैं ना कि आपके पास भी काउंटर पिक्स थे, लेकिन सामने वाले के ऐसे काउंटर पिक्स थे ना जो आपके कोर मेंबर्स को टारगेट कर रहे थे कहीं ना कहीं। और आपने जैसा बोला था कि अगर EXP पे एस्मेराल्डा की जगह इवन अगर यूरेनस जाते तो चीजें और अलग हो सकती थी और अलग बन सकती थी।
जी बिल्कुल, मेरा ये बोलने का ये मतलब ये था कि आप और टर्की का आपने ड्राफ्ट कॉपी किया है, ठीक है, मानता हूँ, एटलीस्ट खेले तो उनकी तरह, लाइक कम से कम थोड़ा इन्वेट करें। आप पे एटलस था, यूरेनस इसलिए क्योंकि इसमें जो है वो स्टार्टिंग से इन्वेट करने वाला थोड़ा कमजोर उसका मामला रहता है, उसमें माना रहता है, उसको एकदम रीजन नहीं मिलता एकदम शील्ड्स का। यूरेनस थोड़ा उल्टा है, उसका थोड़ा ज्यादा मैजिक डैमेज, थोड़ा अच्छा डैमेज, थोड़ा एग्रेशन रहता है। आप पे फ्रेया थी, आपको और एग्रेशन दिखाना था, ठीक है, आपने फोवियस दिया, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, फोवियस मेल्ट करने के लिए आप पे कुछ नहीं। लिंग है आपका एकमात्र डैमेज डीलर और फ्रेया थी, फ्रेया को एकदम न्यूट्रलाइज कर दिया वहां पर हमारे फैब टीजी भाई ने, और लिंग अकेला बचा रहा। बहुत प्रेशर आया है लिंग के नाजुक से कंधों पे, और उस प्रेशर को नहीं झेल पाए और उसी प्रेशर में दब चुके थे वहां पर लिंग हमारे मेरे लिंग भाई। तो फिर हमें रिजल्ट देखने को मिला कि क्यू इनोवा स्टार्टिंग का फेज अच्छा था, बट क्यू इनोवा ने जो बाद में डोमिनेट करना शुरू करा 14 मिनट के बाद, उसके बाद टीम वेलियंट गूल्स, उनका वेलियंट हट चुका है, अब से गूल्स रह गए हैं, तो ये अच्छा नहीं खेल पाया यहाँ पर टीम वेलियंट गूल्स। ठीक है, आपने ड्राफ्ट कॉपी किया, ट्राई कर रहे हैं, स्क्रिम्स ट्राई करने के लिए ही होता है, बट क्या पता दूसरा गेम अपने हिसाब से खेलें गॉड। और वहां पर मैं बोलना चाहूंगा मेरे भाई कि फोवियस और हैरिस दोनों साथ में दे चुका था उन्होंने, लाइक अगर आप फोवियस ले लेते अपनी टीम में लाइक फर्स्ट पिकिंग फेज में, अगर आप जा ही रहे थे लिंग वगैरह, बट ऐसा तब भी बेटर ही हमें रिजल्ट देखने को मिलता, क्योंकि फोवियस एक मात्र वो था हीरो जो आपको दिक्कत दे सकता था।
एग्जैक्टली और यहाँ पे ना लाइक आप बोल सकते हैं कि बिग ब्रेन यूज किया था टीम क्यू इनोवा ने। लाइक उन्होंने देखा क्या ओपनिंग है, किस रूट के साथ जा रहे थे, और यही दिक्कत होती है जब आप एक कमिटेड ड्राफ्ट के साथ जाते हैं। और यहाँ पे खूबसूरती निकलती है अडेप्टेबिलिटी, और ये अडेप्टेबिलिटी क्यू इनोवा की तरफ से आई, उन्होंने दिखाया, और उसी के साथ दिखाया कि आप प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं एक हीरो मेटा पे, लेकिन मेटा ऐसा नहीं चलता, मेटा चलता है अडेप्टेबिलिटी के ऊपर। अगर आप जितना अच्छा अडेप्ट करेंगे तो वैसा ही गेम आपका निकलेगा। और अरोरा का ये ड्राफ्ट अगर हम बात करें तो वो भी अडेप्टेबिलिटी था, वो ऐसा नहीं था कि इन्होंने प्रैक्टिस किया था ये वाला ड्राफ्ट, ये अडेप्टेबिलिटी थी जिस तरीके के वहां पे पिक्स हुई थे, और वही चीज आपको यहाँ पे सोचना है। और लेट्स सी उस चीज से यहाँ पे क्या फर्क पड़ेगा, किस तरीके के जो पिक्स है वो आते हुए दिखे, क्योंकि पहला पिक इस बार यहाँ पे क्यू इनोवा को जाने वाला है।
जी बिल्कुल मेरे भाई, और अभी क्यू इनोवा यहाँ पर बैन करेंगी पकीटो, मर्सेल, इडोरामाना, इस बार वेलियंट गूल्स अब सोच समझ की जाएंगी। और अभी पहला पिक प्रायोरिटी एटलस देना चाहेंगे क्या वेलियंट गूल्स यहाँ पर टीम क्यू इनोवा को? अकाई बैन करा है क्यू इनोवा, तो शायद से वो बेट आउट कराना चाहें, या तो फ्रेया या फिर एक एटलस बैन देख। ओ एटलस फर्स्ट पिक दे मिल सकता है अब क्यू इनोवा को, क्या जाना चाहेंगे अब क्यू इनोवा एटलस? मेरे साथ जाना तो चाहिए, क्या पता लिंग हिरारा बेट आउट हो सकता है, अगर आपको हिरारा मिल जाएगा तो ठीक है, लिंग आप दे सकते हैं, या फिर लिंग लेना चाहें, और नहीं हिरारा के साथ शुरुआत करना चाहेंगे, नहीं देना चाहेंगे हिरारा वेलियंट गूल्स को। फिलहाल तो यहाँ पर अगर हम बात करें तो वेलियंट गूल्स के पास मौका है यहाँ पर लेने का एटलस, और साथ में एक मेज या वैलन ले सकते हैं, वैलन नहीं देना चाहेंगे क्यू इनोवा को। अगर वैलन और एटलस ले जाते हैं पहली पिक तो बेहतरीन होगा।
हिरारा यहाँ पे उठा लिया गया, तो अर्ली गेम अब आपका थोड़ा सा बोल सकते हैं कि दिक्कत में आ सकता है। और चलिए एटलस यहाँ पे पिक किया, एटलस अच्छा पिक, उसके साथ साथ जूशिन, ओके
हाँ
यूशी के साथ जाना चाहते हैं। ओके, ठीक है, ठीक है। नॉट
वैलेंट
बैड।
उठाओ बस, अब तो वैलेंट है क्यू इनोवा की तरफ से वैलेंटीना।
वेलेंटिना,
कम ऑन।
अगर लेट्स सी क्यूइनोवा की तरफ से वेलेंटिना आती हैं। यहाँ पे थोड़ा-सा देखना पड़ेगा कि किस तरीके का राउंड यहाँ पे खेलेंगे, क्योंकि प्लेयर कंफर्ट की बात करें ना, प्लेयर कंफर्ट से अगर आप जो है सामने वाली टीम को बाहर लेके आते हो ना, तो वो आपके लिए एक बोल सकते हैं कि बहुत अच्छा एक पॉइंट आपके लिए बनता है। ये टीम जो है प्रैक्टिस करती रहती है इन सब आप बोल सकते हैं कि ड्राफ्ट के साथ, इन सब के साथ। लेकिन जब आप ऐसा अनएक्सपेक्टेड जो है पिक्स वगैरह लेके आते हैं, तो टीम जो है उस पिक के साथ खेलने में बहुत ज़्यादा अनकंफर्टेबल हो जाती है और उसी का फ़ायदा आपको मिलता है कई बार। अब लेट्स सी कि किस तरीके से गेम आता हुआ दिखेगा। चलिए, यहाँ पे चाओ का आगमन हो चुका है और मैं इसी यहाँ पे सरप्राइज फैक्टर की बात कर रहा था सोल्स की, और
Let
चाओ हमें
them
दिख चुका है,
play
उसके
the
साथ-साथ ले
hero.
लिया पिक।
I
ओह
will be
माय
the
गॉड!
truth this
क्यूइनोवा,
world desperately
डैम! दे आर कुकिंग
needs.
समथिंग।
ले लिया,
खुशबू आ
ले
रही
लिया,
है मेरे
ठीक
को।
है। जी,
I am
अरे क्या आ रही है आपको मेरे
vengeance
भाई?
incarnate.
खुशबू आ रही है, कुछ कुछ पकने की खुशबू आ रही है।
क्या
हुँ।
लग रहा है दोबारा कुक कर देंगे यहाँ पर टीम वेलिएंट गोल्स को, क्या क्यू इनोवा या फिर वेलिएंट गोल्स कुछ कुक करेंगे। यूजोंग ले गए हैं ईएक्सपी में, उन्होंने बोला कि हम सारे न्यूट्रल ऑब्जेक्टिव जीतना चाहेंगे, तो इसलिए वो ले गए हैं ये यूजोंग। हिरारा को जोन आउट करने के लिए बेहतरीन पिक है यहाँ पर। ईएक्सपी मार्क करना चाहेंगे, यहाँ पर गोल्ड मार्क कर रहे हैं। मॉस्को बैन, ऑल इन प्रेशर नहीं खेलना चाहते। क्लॉड अभी
The
भी खुला हुआ
immortal
है।
one chose me to
ले लिया
vanquish the
अगेंस्ट
shadows that
ज़ूशिन,
plague this world.
बढ़िया पिक। मेरे हिसाब से लिंक बैन करना चाहिए यहाँ पर वेलिएंट सॉरी क्यू इनोवा को। सुयो बैन करा है, कियोशी सिर्फ यहाँ पर हैरेथ बैन करेंगे, इस बार मार्क करा है गोल्ड लेन को। मेलिसा खुली हुई है वेरिएंट गोल्स, यहाँ क्या पता मेलिसा जाना चाहे यहाँ पर। और क्योंकि मेलिसा अगर आप जोशिन के खिलाफ देना चाहेंगे यहाँ पर टीम क्यू इनोवा को, तो बड़ी दिक्कतजनक साबित हो सकता है। मेलिसा बहुत मारती है जोशिन को, स्पेशली उनका जो नीडल्स होते हैं वो इधर लग जाए यहाँ पर फटाफट से मेल्ट डाउन हो सकते हैं, क्योंकि फ्रंट लाइन आप पे 2 हैं, तो एक पुतला फेंकिए आपको और फ्रंट लाइन से डैमेज प्रदान करे उनको। यहाँ पर कैरी बैन, शायद से ईएक्सपी में थोड़ा टैंक की जाने का सोच रहे हैं यहाँ पर टीम क्यू इनोवा। जी बिल्कुल जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि आप पिक ऑफ ले गए, एक सेटर चाहिए आपको और अभी सेटर है उन पे, और एक मैं बोलूंगा काइंड ऑफ पिक ऑफ यूशोंग थोड़ा बहुत पेट्रीफाई कॉम्बो वॉम्बो के साथ, बट मेनली
Gaze
न्यूट्रल ऑब्जेक्टिव
upon the edge of the void.
ओके, ओके, ओके। नाइस वन, नाइस वन।
वाला हिसाब है।
रोहन की तरफ से वो बर्स्ट आता हुआ दिखेगा हमको। तो बुश के थ्रू बोल सकते हैं कि एम्बुश करते हुए देख सकते हैं। और लोलन की बात करें तो अच्छा खासा चल रहा है। मेटा पे अगर बात करें तो एज़ अ प्रो सीरीज़ पे पिक होते हुए हमें दिखे हैं कई बार। अभी यहाँ पे अगर बात की जाए रैंक्स वगैरह पे, रैंक्स पे तो इतना पिक नहीं हो रहे हैं, लेकिन ओवरऑल अगर देखा जाए ना, तो असैसिन
Come
मेटा
on,
यहाँ पे चल रहा है, तो
Dexter.
वो
It's our
मोबिलिटी उनको मिलेगी, उसके
showtime.
साथ-साथ वो बर्स्ट उनको मिलेगा, तो चल सकता है। अब यहाँ पे देखना पड़ेगा कि किस तरीके की जो है रणनीतियाँ अपनाते हुए दिखेंगी। चलिए, डीपीएस के लिए यहाँ पे क्लाउड उठा लिया गया, उसके साथ-साथ एस्मेराल्डा उठाया गया, ओके। और उसी के साथ वेलिएंट गूल्स उठाते हुए दिखेंगे ब्रॉडी। अच्छा पिक लगा मेरे को, ब्रॉडी उठाया, यहाँ
बड़ी
पे
अच्छा है।
बर्स्ट आता हुआ दिखेगा।
जी
और
बिल्कुल।
क्लॉड के अगेंस्ट अच्छा खासा यहाँ पे वर्क कर सकता है, लेकिन थोड़ा-सा आपको ना ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि आप जैसे बोल रहे थे कि आपकी पिक ऑफ है यहाँ पे। चाओ जो है कहीं न कहीं कोशिश करेंगे कि किसी को पिक ऑफ करते हुए जाए, और यहाँ पे एस्मेराल्डा वो पूरा डैमेज सोकअप करने का प्रयास करेंगे। अब कहीं न कहीं ये रहेगा कि अर्ली गेम फाइट जो है, जो टर्टल के ऊपर फाइट होने वाली है, वहाँ पे किस तरीके से ज़ोनिंग आती हुई दिखेगी ड्रैगन की, क्योंकि वो जो है सबसे ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट रहेगी। लेकिन उससे पहले हिरारा, उनका क्या रोटेशन रहने वाला है, क्योंकि हमें पता है कि जब भी हिरारा पिक होती है, उनका जो अर्ली गेम रहता है वो बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट रहता है, क्योंकि लेवल 2 पे ही हिरारा का जो आप बोल सकते हैं पोटेंशियल वो आ जाता है।
5 seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them.
चलिए, और इसी के
जी
साथ
बिल्कुल मेरे
एवीएस
भाई।
सज्जनों
Troops deployed.
बोलिए।
जी, और एवीएस सज्जनों, स्वागत है आपका यहाँ पे लैंड ऑफ जॉल में। दूसरे मैच की तरफ हम लोग बढ़ चुके हैं। क्यूइनोवा गेम से आगे चल रही है, वेलिएंट गूल्स बदले की तलाश में रहने वाले हैं, और उसी के साथ जो अपने जंगलर्स हैं वो आते हुए दिखेंगे न्यू जंगल रोटेशन की तरफ, और दोनों ही खिलाड़ी यहाँ पे अपनी जो लिजार्ड है वहां पे उनको मारते हुए दिखेंगे। अब देखा जाए ना कि हिरारा की जो फार्मिंग स्पीड है वो इतनी स्लो क्यों करवाई गई थी, क्योंकि अब लोगों को अब समझ में आ रहा है कि उनका जो पोटेंशियल है वो लेवल 2 पे ही निकल के आता है, और बेस्ट यही रहता है। जैसे आप लेवल 2 हो रहा, जाके सीधा आप इंगेज कर दीजिए, और यहीं पे आता हुआ दिखेगा एक्सपी के ऊपर प्रहार आता हुआ, और उसी के साथ फर्स्ट ब्लड मिलेगा। और मैं इसी की बात कर रहा था, सोल्स की।
जी बिल्कुल मेरे भाई, यहाँ पर मार्कडाउन किया गया यूजोंग को, और आपने बोला लेवल 2 पोटेंशियल ज्यादा है, लेवल 2 ही गैंग कर दिया है। टीम्स को यहाँ प्रिपेयर रहना पड़ेगा कि लेवल 2 गैंग्स आ सकता है, बट कियोशी थोड़ा दिमाग लगाते हुए क्या प्रयास करना चाहेंगे। जी नहीं, यहाँ पकड़ा तो है बट उनको लगा नहीं। अच्छा दिमाग कियोशी का, प्रयास शुरू करेंगे रेड बफ, बट वहाँ पर फटाफट से हिरारा लू बफ ले चुकी हैं। क्या पता यहाँ मिलेगा एक नॉक अप मिड लेन की तरफ। और हिरारा को पता है रेड वो जा रहा है उनका, बट नहीं, उन्होंने लेवल 2 गैंग करने का प्रयास फिर से लो कर चुका है। यहाँ फ्लिकर के साथ जोशिन को पीछे भागना पड़ेगा। और शायद से मैच प्लेयर अभी थी जो है पिछले मैच में क्या चीज थे, इस बार इनाम मैं पढ़ नहीं सकता क्योंकि मुझे आती नहीं है अरबी। फिलहाल देखिए तो यहाँ माइसन ई डुअल फैंस है यहाँ पर, बट कियोशी फ्रैक्चर करने का प्रयास बट नहीं कर पाएंगे, उनको मिलेगा एक मृत्यु दंड। साथ ही साथ बॉडी भी काफी लो हो चुके हैं। यहाँ मिलेगा जी कुंडो कॉम्बो, फ्लिकर का प्रयास करना पड़ेगा भागने का यहाँ पर चो को। फिलहाल चो सेफ 2-0 का स्कोर लाइन और टीम क्यू इनोवा बढ़ोतरी करते हुए।
काफी अच्छा गेम प्ले, काफी बोल सकते हैं आप जिस तरीके से क्यू इनोवा गेम को एंटर करते हुए जा रही है। क्यू इनोवा का यही सबसे बड़ा प्लस पॉइंट मेरे को लगता है कि सिचुएशन इनके साथ जैसे भी होती है ना, इनको पता है कि किस तरीके से उस सिचुएशन को बैलेंस आउट करना। अगर डिसएडवांटेज में चल रहे हैं, उनको पता है कि उसको किस तरीके से बदलना है एक अपॉर्चुनिटी में, जिससे कि वो बैलेंस आउट हो जाए। आप कभी भी नोटिस करेंगे इनका हमेशा जब भी चार्ज होता है वो 100% ऐसा रहता है कि जहां पे उनको हमेशा प्रॉफिट ही होगा। कोशिश रहेगी ड्रैगन रन की तरफ जाएंगे लेकिन मिस आउट करेंगे यहाँ पे इरारा की तरफ से कंप्लीटली। बहुत ही अच्छा खासा आप बोल सकते हैं जहाँ पे आया था लेकिन कियोशी वो बैलेंस आउट करने के लिए आए हैं। बहुत ही कम एचपी उनको निकलना पड़ेगा। एस्मराल्डा वहां पे मौजूदा रहेंगे, अल्टीमेट लगाना चाहती है लेकिन पीछे की तरफ टावर का सहारा लेंगे। पिछली साइड पे मेज की तरफ से आएगा डैमेज लेके,
अरे 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 अरे
और उन्हें पकड़ लिया, जिसके कारण अब वो धाराशायी होंगे। उनके पास कोई मौका नहीं है, चर्चल फ्री में मिलेगा हिरारा को। और अर्ली गेम अब आपका जा चुका है। अर्ली गेम आपका जब हिरारा के थ्रू चला जाता है तो फिर सस्टेन कर पाना बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किल रहता है। उसी के साथ टैंक के ऊपर भी फरार और फिर टैंक भी जो है वो धाराशायी होते हुए दिखेगा। ओके 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 ओके,
प्रयास करते हुए टर्न अपार्टमेंट मेमोरी का ओटी गॉट कुक्ड। प्रयास अच्छा था यहाँ पर, बट शियो शायद से इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए प्योरीफाई और मारने में कामयाबी हो सकती है। टर्न अपार्ट मेमोरी किल मिलेगा उनको, बट पीछे जो मौजूद बच्चों को भी तरह शाही कर दिया जाएगा। डबल किल ओजू ने, यहाँ पर ओटू ने इस बार कुकिंग कर दी है। तो बेहतरीन प्ले यहाँ पर इस खिलाड़ी का। और साथ में यहाँ पर आइटमाइजेशन की बात करूँ, थोड़ा सा यहाँ पर सांस मिली है टीम वेलिएंट घूल्स को। और फिलहाल मैं अगर एटलस दोबारा से फ्रीडिंग टाइम गया, मैं कुछ नहीं बोलूंगा, मैं क्या ही बोल सकता हूँ फिलहाल तो। बट फीड इन टाइम मत जाना मेरे भाई, आप एंटी हील जा रहे हो बिल्कुल एंटी हील जाइए। बट अगर आपकी मेज एंटी हील जा रही है तो आई थिंक आपको एक डेथ नॉट पकड़ लेना चाहिए, क्योंकि माइसन ही बहुत डैमेज देता है। और जो कॉम्बो माइसन ही और डुअल फैंस का होता है यहाँ पर सिरारा की तरफ से, वो बहुत डैमेज देता है। तो एक डेथ नॉट आर्मर एक मस्ट होता है। साथ में सेलेस्टियल टॉयलेट को भी बनाना चाहिए। बट अभी वाटर ने गैंग होने का प्रयास
कि बिल्कुल आएंगे जरूर, लेकिन पापा उस चीज को पीछे अटैक फ्लिकर का इस्तेमाल करते हुए और हिरारा हंदे की तरफ जाएंगे डैमेज देते हुए। बचने का प्रयास करा है लेकिन नाकामयाब। बेहतर लिंक आएगा और उसी के साथ टावर के अंदर ले लिया जाएगा। एक बड़ी जीत मिल सकती है लेकिन देखना पड़ेगा। उसी के साथ वे ऑफ ड्रैगन लगता हुआ दिखेगा मेज की तरफ से क्रिम्सन बेकन। और यहाँ पे जो है लालटेन का इस्तेमाल किया गया है। बचते हुए अभी भी गए हैं। ओ माय गॉड, क्या यहाँ पे बच पाएंगे? कोशिश पूरी तरीके से बेसिक अटैक, लेकिन लोगों के पास वो स्टैक नहीं है, उनके पास एनर्जी नहीं है, जिसके कारण वो स्किल जो है स्पैम नहीं कर पाएंगे। उनको पीछे हटना पड़ेगा। और ये देखिए फ्लैप्टीजी उनको रिकॉल नहीं करने देंगे। और ये ना फ्लैप्टीजी भैया थोड़ा सा चल गया।
ये मेरे को लग रहा है उसी टर्रेट पे अगर हम रिप्ले देखें इसमें गेम का, उसी टर्रेट पे पता नहीं कितने किल्स दे दिए हैं दोनों टीमों ने एक दूसरे को। अब फिलहाल जरा टीम से उन्होंने वेलिएंट घूल्स को दिए, बट उन्होंने भी अभी थोड़ी वापसी करी है। थोड़ा ओटू को 3 बार मार दिया उसी टर्रेट पे। बट देखिए यहाँ पर चुपके से कियोशी जाएंगे, करेंगे फ्रैक्चर का इस्तेमाल। बीएमआई बहुत ही बेहतरीन बीएमआई। अब भागने का प्रयास कामयाबी मिलेगी इस क्लॉड को। फिलहाल खिलाड़ी मौजूद कच्चे महाराज के सामने। स्ट्रक्चर की बात करें तो सेलेस्टियल ट्वाइलाइट को थोड़ा बढ़ोतरी मिले स्ट्रक्चर्स में। टॉप लेन का टियर 1 स्ट्रक्चर डाउन किया है। बॉटम लेन का शायद से ट्रेड ऑफ करने का प्रयास और काफी ज्यादा डैमेज। जी कुंडो कॉम्बो कोई नहीं आया उनके हाथ पे।
अब दिक्कत ये आ रही है बेसिकली कि फाइट करने के लिए जा रहे हैं ना, तो बोल सकते हैं कि कहीं ना कहीं टारगेट किया जा रहा है। कियोशी को पूरी नजरें उनके ऊपर रखी जा रही हैं और कोशिश रहेगी अंदर पीछे की तरफ आएंगे। अल्टीमेट लग सकता है, कोशिश रहेगा। आए हैं, डैमेज दिया है लेकिन थ्रो का इस्तेमाल लगाया डैमेज और उसी के साथ बढ़िया आउटपुट आता हुआ। और चलिए मेज को भी खात्मा कर दिया, यहाँ उनका भी खात्मा होगा और उसी के साथ लेकिन यहाँ पे चाओ वो लगाते हुए देखेंगे वे ऑफ ड्रैगन के साथ वो लेते हुए चाहेंगे कि हो गए।
माय गॉड, कार्ल टीजी, माय न्यू गोट इज फैप टीजी। भाई अब क्या बेहतरीन प्रोडक्शन यहाँ पर। और भाई चो आपका नाम ही छीन रहा चो है मेरे भाई। चो का आपने BO3 ड्रैगन देखा वहाँ पर, क्या बेहतरीन BO3 ड्रैगन था वहाँ पर मेरे भाई। कि मतलब वो देख के आपको लगता है कि ये चो आपके तारीफ की काबिल तारीफ है मेरे हिसाब से। तो क्या लगता है, तारीफ करना चाहिए इस चो को?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, जिस तरीके से उन्होंने वहाँ
देखिए
पे
आपको
खेला।
भारतीय, देखिए चो भाई वाईसी भाई भारतीय चो से आपको मिल चुका है, बट फ्लिकर ड्रैगन शियो फॉलोअर बेहतरीन ब्लेजिंग टू हेड यहाँ मिलेगा। पेटल लेस कियो काफी लो मेगा किल शैडो एनर्जी आया से बेहतरीन प्रदर्शन यहाँ पर टीम क्यू इनोवा के खिलाड़ियों का। और अभी देखते तो बंदे धराशायी करते हैं 0 के नुकसान पे। बेहतरीन प्रदर्शन क्यू इनोवा आज देखने को मिल रहा है मेरे भाई।
क्यू इनोवा एब्सोल्यूट सिनेमा यहाँ पे खेलती हुई, और कोशिश रही कि यहाँ पे एक और किल निकालने की, लेकिन पीछे हटे। अब यहाँ पे ना बोल सकते हैं कि वेलिंग घूल्स को कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ा सा उनको मेंटली बहुत ज्यादा परेशान कर रही है क्यू इनोवा। लगातार कियोशी को इतना ज्यादा उन्होंने ब्रेक कर दिया, जिसके कारण ना कियोशी अब फोकस उनका आ नहीं पा रहा है। और ये फ्रस्ट्रेशन आगे तब आती है जब आप लगातार टारगेट हो रहे हो
ज्यादा ही जानते
और
हैं
आप जी बिल्कुल, लाइक मैं जय भाई के साथ खेलता हूँ मेरे भाई। फ्रस्ट्रेशन की बात आप अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं कि किस तरीके का आता है।
जी बोलने की जरूरत नहीं थी, मैं समझ गया, जय बोला आई अंडरस्टैंड माय ब्रदर। तो फिलहाल वेलियंट घूल्स टॉप लेन की तरफ काफी प्रयास रहेगा उनका उसको स्ट्रक्चर को बचाने में। स्काई पियर्सर क्यों गया है मेरे भाई, अब सीधे मेले पे गन जाना था बट नहीं। बेहतरीन ब्लेजिंग टू हेड से ट्वाइलाइट तरफ शाई फ्रैक्चर का प्रयास, चो काफी लो, क्या भागने का प्रयास, होली भाग गया कियोशी। 6 से चक्कर है उनको देना पड़ा अपना मृत्यु दंड, और साथ में पेटलिंग बंदों को और धराशायी हो गए। शहीद वाला पेटलिंग स्टार किलिंग स्प्रीन माइसनी का कॉम्बो है इस खिलाड़ी का। हिरारा नाम नहीं बोलना चाहूंगा, चलो बोल दो क्या नाम इनका, कोच बी ऑन नेवर माइंड, क्या नाम रखते हैं आजकल के खिलाड़ी ये लोग।
बिल्कुल नाम बड़ा खतरनाक रखते हैं, और लाइक लगता है आपसे इंस्पिरेशन ली है सोच की भाई।
जी बिल्कुल मेरे भाई।
और ये देखिए लॉर्ड
नहीं, अच्छा प्रयास, शायद 9 मिनट का डिले कराना चाहे लॉर्ड यहाँ पर रिबिल्कुर, बट यहाँ पर रुकने का नाम नहीं ले रहे हैं। टॉप लेन ब्लेजिंग टू हेड परफेक्ट कैच, इस बार सेलेस्टियल टॉयलेट काम पे आए और इस बार वाईसी को यहाँ पर धराशायी करा। शायद दूसरा बंदा होगा फैब टीजी, और ओवर एक्सटेंशन के साथ यहाँ पर समाप्ति होगी। थोड़ा वेलियंट घूल्स को सांस मिलेगी, राहत मिलेगी थोड़ी इस गेम में।
चलिए राहत की सांस ज्यादा देर चलने नहीं वाली, क्योंकि लॉर्ड का आगमन हो चुका है मेरे मित्र, और लॉर्ड जो है वो मार्च करता हुआ दिखे हमें बॉटम लेन से, और नेवर माइंड मिड लेन से यहाँ पे आ चुके हैं, बॉटम लेन से नहीं। आई थिंक मेरे को लगा था वहाँ पे वो टावर खड़ा है मिड लेन पे, लेकिन वो भी जा चुका था। ओके ठीक है, तो मिड लेन से यहाँ पे चार्ज करते हुए दिख रहा है मिड लेन का लॉर्ड। ओके, लग रहा है कि आज वेलिंग घूल्स उनकी किस्मत साथ में भी नहीं है, क्योंकि मिड लेन का टावर और ज्यादा हार्ड होता है डिफेंड करने के लिए। तो देखना पड़ेगा किस तरीके से यहाँ पे डिफेंड कर पाएंगी। लेन जो है सिंग अच्छे से हुई नहीं, थोड़ा सा डिले आ गया है, जिसके कारण एक बोल सकते हैं कि आप बच गया है अभी गेम थोड़ा सा। और चलिए क्यूसी गए पीछे, मार्क करेंगे इस बार एक एचपी पे, लेकिन वो डैमेज बच चुके हैं। ब्लेजर्डो का इस्तेमाल पीछे की तरफ आते हुए दिखेंगे, उसी के साथ लाइटिंग स्पेयर का इस्तेमाल किया जाएगा। फाइनली चाव को किल करेंगे, और उसी के साथ जो टीम है वापसी करेंगी। मिड टरेट वो बचाने में सफल रहेंगे मिड लेन का, लेकिन बॉटम का क्या वो बचा पाएंगे, देखना पड़ेगा। कोशिश पूरी आती हुई दिखेगी, और जी हाँ बिल्कुल बचा जरूर है अभी, लेकिन ज्यादा देर टिकेगा नहीं। और कोशिश यही होने वाली है कि किसी भी तरीके से इस गेम को थोड़ा और डिले करे। 10 मिनट हो चुके हैं, लेकिन मिड टरेट आपके सारे टूट चुके हैं, और स्थिति आपकी जो है ज्यादा अच्छी लग नहीं रही है। और यहाँ पे देखिए
एटलस भाई कहाँ जा रहे हैं,
ड्रैगन आए हैं यहाँ पे, बे ऑफ ड्रैगन यहाँ पे इस्तेमाल किया गया है। कोशिश करेंगे, मार्क लगाया है, कस्टर्स प्यूरिफाई का इस्तेमाल करेंगे, बचते हुए, लेकिन यहाँ पे गलती हो गई है। शटडाउन मिलेगा फाइनली उनकी तरफ से आएगा, बैकअप आता हुआ दिखेगा, डैमेज देते हुए अभी भी दिखे हैं। एमएम बचेंगे उसी के ओके ठीक है। पैप्टीजी एक और किल, डबल किल, और उसी के साथ यहाँ पे एक एक करके जो टीम है वो जा चुकी है, और डिफेंड करने की बारी और ज्यादा मुश्किल रहने वाली है। चाओ वो मौके की तलाश में भाई, वे ऑफ ड्रैगन आने वाला है। कैमरामैन चाओ की तरफ जरा दिखाइए हमको। और चलिए
एकदम यहाँ पर फॉर्म्स म्यूजिक बजाना चाहिए यहाँ पर चाओ भाई के लिए। तेजी पाको नेवर माइंड फ्रैक्चर शट डाउन दिया इस बार कियोशी ने। ये बहुत ही बेहतरीन प्ले कियोशी का है इस बार, काबिल तारीफ गेम प्ले यहाँ पर क्यूसी के द्वारा, और थोड़ी सी राहत की सांस दोबारा हासिल करी है इस बार टीम वेलिएंट घूल्स ने। मैं यहाँ पर एकदम गाने वाला था फंक म्यूजिक चो भाई के लिए, और उसी गाते गाते यहाँ पर एकदम से धराशायी कर दिया गया इस शो को। अब बात करें आइटमाइजेशन की, एंटी हील एंटी क्यूरास भी रह गए हैं, अब रेडियम बनाना चाहेंगे यहाँ पर, थोड़ा मैजिक डैमेज पड़ रहा है उनको। और बात करें एटलस की, बढ़िया फ्री नहीं बनाया, ओके नहीं वे ऑफ द ड्रैगन यहाँ पर शिंदा भाई
लग चुके हैं लाडले, यहाँ पे बुरे वक्त की घड़ी लग चुकी है और उसी के साथ कोशिश करना चाहेंगे
फिर
कोशिश वहाँ पे। अरे वो जय भाई जैसे भाई, वो जैसे जय भाई को स्काई पेसर से प्यार है, उनको प्लेटिंग टाइम से प्यार है, लेकिन यहाँ पे देखना पड़ेगा प्यार तो दोस्तों टरेट्स और क्रिस्टल से होने वाला है, क्योंकि लॉर्ड का आगमन हो चुका है। मिनियन जो है वो सीधा जाते हुए दिखेंगी, डिफेंड करने के लिए आपको जो है यहाँ पे बेस की तरफ रहना पड़ेगा, और 3 लॉर्ड यहाँ पे टीम क्यूइनोवा उनको मिलेगा।
जी बिल्कुल मेरे भाई, और अभी लॉर्ड की, हाँ जी
नरूटो रन कर रहे हैं चाओ यहाँ पे देखिए।
होली, शायद से ये सब लोग हिनाता के पीछे भागने जा रहे हैं फिलहाल। यहाँ पर हम बात करें तो वेलिएंट घूल्स थोड़ा दुविधा में तो है, बट अभी राहत की सांस इसलिए क्योंकि मेरे भाई, क्योंकि यहाँ पर थोड़ा बहुत ओटे पे फार्म आया है, और स्काई पियर्सर 1500 गोल्ड आपने ऐसे जो वेस्ट किया ना मेरे हिसाब से, क्योंकि आपको एक ब्लंडर मेरे स्लेशर वाइट कहा जा रहे हैं। और अभी प्रयास रहेगा ड्रैगन का लॉर्ड से पहले फाइट लेने का प्रयास, अच्छा प्रयास था यहाँ पर, बट अभी आपने रिसोर्सेज गवा दी है। अनुशासन देखिए आप क्यूइनोवा का, बेट आउट कराया ब्लैक ड्रैगन, उनको पता है ब्लैक ड्रैगन का प्रयास, उनका प्रयास था, क्योंकि उनको मतलब लेनी पड़ती है फाइट, क्योंकि बेस तक अगर लॉर्ड आ गया ना तो बहुत दिक्कतजनक साबित हो सकता है वेलिएंट घूल्स के लिए। फिलहाल देखते हैं यहाँ पर कैसे खेलना चाहेंगे यहाँ पर टीम क्यूइनोवा वेलिएंट घूल्स। शुरुआत करेंगे यहाँ पर लॉर्ड को डाउन करने के लिए,
लग तो रहा है शायद एक ब्लेजिंग डुओ आता हुआ दिख सकता है, कोशिश पूरी रहने वाली है। लॉर्ड अभी आता हुआ दिखेगा, मिड लेन की तरफ से कोशिश करने वाले हैं, लॉर्ड के ऊपर प्रहार, पीछे की तरफ आएंगे एटलस, और यहाँ पे एक इनिशिएट रोकने का प्रयास करते हुए देखें, टावर के अंदर गए, बहुत अच्छा डैमेज, लेकिन यहाँ पे दिक्कत हो सकती है, ब्लेजिंग डुओ का इस्तेमाल किया गया है, डैमेज देते हुए मेगा किल उठाते हुए जाएंगे, उसके साथ चाओ वो ताराशाही हो चुके हैं, मिनियंस यहाँ पे आ चुके हैं बेस की तरफ, कोशिश उनकी तरफ से अभी भी रहेगी, कियोशी कोशिश करना चाहते हैं लेकिन उनको रोकने का प्रयास किया जाएगा, इसमें कमाल का अल्ट आएगा, कियोशी को फिनिश ऑफ कर दिया गया है। ड्रैगन यहाँ पे आते हुए देखेंगे, ब्लैक ड्रैगन फॉर्म का इस्तेमाल किया है, एमएम के ऊपर मार्क करना चाहते हैं, लेकिन डैमेज इतना ज्यादा है कि उनको पीछे हटना पड़ेगा, और हील करने का प्रयास वो पैसिव के थ्रू थोड़ा सा हील जरूर आएगा, लेकिन अभी भी बेस की तरफ लगेगा जरूर। ओ नो, वो धाराशायी हो चुके हैं। चलिए अच्छा कोशिश ड्रैगन की तरफ से, एक और अपनी टीम के लिए आखिरी प्रयास, क्या वो बचा पाएंगे? अरे जा चुके अंदर की तरफ, कमाल का डैमेज आता हुआ दिखेगा, अनस्टॉपेबल सेलेस्टियल टाइटन यहाँ पे खत्म होते हुए दिखेंगे, और उसके साथ क्रिस्टल वो फिनिश ऑफ होगा, और ये पारी 2-0 से जीती हुई नोवा जो है यहाँ पे क्यूइनोवा, कमाल का गेम प्ले उनकी तरफ से आता हुआ, कमाल का डोमिनेशन आता हुआ। एक पल को लगा था कि टीम वेलिएंट घूल्स उनकी तरफ से वापसी होते हुए दिखी थी, लेकिन वो गैप इतना ज्यादा था कि उसको फिल इन करने में उनको और समय थोड़ा लगने वाला था।
बहुत ही बेहतरीन प्ले यहाँ पर क्यूइनोवा की तरफ से, होली मजा ही आ गया भाई वो देख के, क्या खेला है दोनों ही टीमों ने, बट यहाँ पर वेलिएंट घूल्स कुछ कर नहीं पाई। जोशिन, एटलस, ब्रोडी और साथ में यूजोंग सुनने में काफी तड़कता भड़कता लग रहा है, बट यहाँ पर चो ने जो है जो पारियां खेली है इन दोनों ही प्लेयर्स ने, स्पेशली फैप्टीजी और इस हिरारा भाई ने, हमारे कोच साहब, तो क्या ही बोलना, एक बेहतरीन प्रदर्शन दोनों ही टीमों की तरफ से। बट फिलहाल क्यूइनोवा एक अच्छी टीम निकलते हुए इस स्क्रिम्स नंबर 1 बेस्ट ऑफ 3 सीरीज का अपने हक पे लेकर क्यूइनोवा। बट अभी ऐसी और एक्शन पैक्स आपकी मैचेस आने वाले हैं दोस्तों आपकी तरफ, उससे पहले आपको पता है क्या करना है, आपको करना है लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब करें स्ट्रीम को, और साथ में अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आप इस स्क्रिम्स का हिस्सा बने और मैं और शिंद्रा भाई आपके लिए कास्ट करें, तो आपको क्या करना है, आपको हमें फॉलो करना है, हमारा डिस्कॉर्ड ज्वाइन करना है, हमारी कम्युनिटी का हिस्सा बनना है, और स्क्रिम्स में आपका भी हिस्सा आप पार्ट ले सकते हैं स्क्रिम्स में भी, और बन सकते हैं हमारे नेक्स्ट हमारी नेक्स्ट टीम जिसके लिए हम कास्ट करें। तो इसलिए क्या करना है, आपको हमारे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में जाना है, हमें सारे लिंक्स वहाँ पे अवेलेबल होंगे, उसको फॉलो करिए, इंस्टाग्राम में, डिस्कॉर्ड में आइए हमारे साथ, ट्विच का भी है वहाँ पर, तो सब जगह हमें फॉलो करिए और आप भी बन सकते हैं हमारे पार्ट नेक्स्ट स्क्रिम्स के लिए। फिलहाल आज का गेम नंबर 1 था शिंद्रा भाई, और अभी हम मिलते हैं आप लोगों को गेम नंबर 2 में, जो कि होने वाला टीम वेलोसिटी बनाम टीम क्यूई ज़ेनिथ। मिलते हैं आपको दूसरे गेम में, तब तक के लिए मैं सोल्स की अलॉन्ग विद शिंद्रा भाई लेंगे आपसे इजाजत।
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back after an exciting series number 1. We are back again, bringing you the series number 2. This is going to be the MOBA Warmup class series. I'm your caster Peachy, and today I will be joined by Debbie. So, hello, Debbie. How are you doing?
Get Peachy, and for some reason, whenever we are, in Algambo, we get QE Zenith into the opponent, into the teams that are playing here. So this is definitely gonna be the same this time around as well. But they are gonna go against Velocity in this best of 3 series. So this is gonna be a very good judgment for them as well, because even yesterday when they were playing best of 3, they were so good that they reverse sweep the opponent like that, and it's very amazing that you can see that they are
Different
so well versed
perspectives
onto the
expose
best of
the
3
same
instead of any
truth.
other
3, 2,
series.
1.
That's true. Let's see how Team Velocity will be faring. Because QE Zenith, they do have a streak here at the warm-up scrims, making sure to come up and practice every single day. Loving the energy coming in from QE Zenith. But Team Velocity, I do believe they have not been here for quite a few days, and really love to see them back. Now, talking about the bans, the Marcel, the Freya, and on top of that, maybe one out of the two, Atlas or a Belleric could be it, or maybe we would be seeing both being picked up by the either of the sides and getting played as well. So let's see what is it going to be. But before that, Paquito for QE Zenith and Lapu Lapu for Team Velocity. That is crazy.
Yeah, just want to remove out the hero that Zenith is comfortable on, and they have been finding very good wins onto the Lapu. And if you don't know, the missed ban from the side of Velocity is going to be the Hirara, so it's very understandable that they ban away the Hirara. And with the ban onto the Belleric, they were 100% trying to go for the Atlas there. But yeah, this time around, if you want to play for Velocity, if they don't play the Assassins, which the link is still available if they want, they could go for a bit of a utility too, and go for a Matilda if they want, because there's not
Now
much of
Akai
a
enters the
counter
scene.
hero for an Atlas yet, but
Do you
still,
want to make
they
friends
can
with
also pick up the
Nana?
Valentina later on if they want it. But Nana? Wait, what?
Oh, that is definitely strong and definitely unique in my opinion, because one thing
Yeah.
about Nana is we have not seen that hero in such a long time. So I am kind of curious to see how the Nana is going to be working out, because that is definitely a very bold choice that Team
Yep.
Velocity is going forward to. Let's just put the Akai on a flex once again, Debbie.
Akai on a flex, I think this time around has been more into the jungle roam flex than any other lane, so it's very good now to go into the first pick as well, and you don't have to bring the Purify to try to go against the Atlas too, so it's very good first pick. I'm not sure about the Nana, that's all. But QE Zenith style, they
Still
can
waters
actually
run
go for a
deep.
combination. If they want, the
It's time to
Valentina
go to
also
the
is completely
RT
fine against the
show.
button, against the
Let them play
Akai,
the
but they really
hero.
want to go for the
I will
burst
be
here.
the truth
And I
this
think
world
with Link
desperately
into the present
needs.
PT, I think if you have a good enabler into the mid side who have good clearance and make you rotate faster, that's how the early game works as an assassin's.
That is true though, but at the same time, QEs are that kind of are
I
going
am
for a
vengeance
bit of,
incarnate.
Come on,
crowd control
Dexter.
right
It's our
here. There's no
showtime.
layering to it, even into the jungler part as well. So that is kind of something that I do want to see. Damage-wise, they are really set with just 3 picks onto their hands. But furthermore, we'll have to see back again to the bans, quickly going over it. We got the Claude, the Moscow. Now again, the carry might be it, or maybe picked off. But other than that, there is still a threat of something like a Bruno, or even something like a Beatrix coming in, or even better, the Brody. I do feel like there is a bit of a
Oh,
rise of the
I
Brody,
am
but
not the
it's
only
just
one
very
bound by
rare.
these chains.
Magic is my
it's
life.
yeah, you're right. And most of the time when you see the Brody, it's paired together with the Link, so that at least you will have a good winning side into the gold lane, and your Link can be the main carry too. And that's
They
what you
call me a
usually want to play.
hero
But against the
because I
against
saved
the
my
Yuzhong, it's
nation
kind
from
of be
falling
tough.
apart.
But still, we were talking about the flex onto the Akai. Talk about the flex onto the Yi Xianxin as well.
Need some
We'll never know
stitches? I can
which of them
help.
is into the wait. It's definitely gonna be the jungle Akai and a marksman, a gold lane, a Yi Xianxin. For now, though, Melissa is gonna be the pick that they wanted to go for, even though with the lack of assassins coming through from the side of Team Velocity. But I was expecting them to be the one banning away the Moskov, right? Or picking the Moskov. Team
Night
Velocity,
sky
they are the one
tells
actually
all.
banning away the Moskov with the combination that they have so far. They could have handled it, though.
Let's say QE Zenith commits for a bit of a late game, even if the link does get invaded, is a little bit behind on the farm. It should be covered up
Oh.
by the secondary tank right there. That's going to be the Esmeralda. So let's see how it fares. But Team Velocity going for another bold choice. One hero that I was not expecting, and that is going to be a Leslie. Now, the Leslie, though, I feel like it's going to be a bit purely after the 10 minutes of the game. But
Yeah.
if she gets the snowball before that, that's going to work out very well. But to get that kind of a snowball, QE Zenith is very pushy. With Atlas having Atlas onto their side, I don't feel like there's going to be a little bit of an opening for Leslie unless we jump into the late game.
Yeah, that's what. And if we talk about the Leslie into the early game, it's all gonna be about laning. You wanna be able to poke out your opponent in your own safety of a tower, and that's what you really wanna play for. So it's the timer where she's not gonna be having that damages, but she will be able to hold on to the lane. But
5
one thing about the
seconds till the
Leslie is
enemy
that
reaches the
you don't really have a good
battlefield.
clear.
Smash them.
So Weekly has to be a little bit
All
careful
troops
on the way that
deployed.
he's gonna be playing there too. And on top of that, it's gonna be a bit of a skill matchup here against the Melissa. You have to be very calculative of your conceal and on the muddles as well, so that you will not be getting outpoke.
That's true. With that, ladies and gentlemen, into the land of dawn. Here we go. This is going to be the first match of the best of 3 series. Both the junglers going for a bit of a different route right here. Understandable, the Link definitely needs the purple buff on his hand. But the Letho, though, looks like it's going to the YSS, trying to push it down for the Lilia. Oh no, that's very low. And one more shot away now. That's going to be a bit of a damage onto the other side as well. Like, look at that Team Velocity. 3% below 50% of their health.
But and a bit of a 50-50 situation under the XP lane as well. And the Muddles will be connecting to Renato. Giving out a vision here. Winter Shadow. Is he going to be in trouble?
Oh, he does. And that's going to be Rentaro's first blood taken by a tank. Despite being such a good crowd control for the side of Team Velocity, they were not able to save up the YSS, and Winter Shadow will have to be paying the price.
Houdini onto the lane holding up against India Paquito as well. Very understandable why the Paquito was banned on top of that. But yeah, this is a situation where the Esmeralda won't win, the Yuzong won't win either. They're gonna be very dependent onto that level 4. And the level 4 is much more prioritized for the Yuzong rather than for the Esmeralda, because that's where he's gonna be coming online. With the turtle that's gonna be coming up. Look at that though.
Once again, Houdini takes away a kill. Winter Ghost falling down. Now, I do remember Houdini getting a Maniac yesterday, and with the same hero, the Esmeralda. So this time around, we are also expecting a bit of that kind of a gameplay coming in. I do believe yesterday was a very good day for taking Maniacs and Savages. In the game that I was casting, we had another Maniac, but let's see if that gameplay comes in through or not. Looks like QEs and then goes in for the turtle, and they would be getting it. Despite Winter Shadow being on a deficit right here, that is going to be him farming it all away.
Yeah, that's what a Scar boy onto the link will be trying to get up to the farm, because we all know that the Yushin is a power farmer, and he's definitely going to be having a better time into the farming as well. Look at the top lane.
Oh, I'm not liking that, but at the same time, Weekly is taken down quite a bit low. So he has to get out of the way, plus you're talking about YSS not getting any proper chance to jump in or jump out as well. Let's wait and watch how the team's going to work out, because once again, the pressure is there for Team Velocity Esports.
But that's why the pressure is so much higher for Renato. They're trying to go in, and look at that.
Oh, the freeze! Look at that Escarboy getting a good chance because Rintaro
Nice.
was there tanking all up, but in a way, the Nana capitalized it very well with the Molina right there. The teams are looking forward to more, given the fact that Team Velocity, they just found that window for them, but it is still not wide open for them.
Yeah, it's not. The early game momentum is created slowly but surely by the side of Zenith there, and I think it has something to do with the fact that they have an Atlas together with the Link, who have been very fast onto the rotation as well, and the Nana wouldn't really be able to catch up, especially the Akai too, because he is onto the Petrify and not onto the Flicker there, and they don't really care about the Akai, they just care about the backlines too. And Houdini onto the other side trying to cut onto the lane so that at least look at the jump in though.
Oh, I like that. And once again, that's going to be Yu Zhong saving it himself up a bit. The Black Dragon from now again. He was quiet in the air trying to make sure he's not taken down Winter Shadow, not getting a chance. Houdini does get Molina. There goes the chance, and Houdini out of the way. The amount of sustain Esmeralda is really astonishing.
Astonishing indeed, because he's trying to go in back in again because they know they have no resources. Look at him.
Winter Shadow down. That's gonna be Houdini for you doing his magic. He's not over. Look at that. Even though there, the Winter Ghost does have the passive, she's going to be out of the way. But at what cost?
There's no burst whatsoever that can take him down into the early phases of the game, so they cannot really do anything about him as well. So onto the later part of the game, that's where that Wiki is gonna be coming in handy onto the Leslie, because he is so good with the hits onto the lethal shot. That's where the true damage comes from, and when he gets the Berserker and even the penetration too, that's gonna be the time where Houdini will have to be worried about, but not anymore just yet. Look at the dive.
I like that dive, but now there is a bit of annoyance from the Nana though, and that is a kind of a very good pick when you talk about it, because that's a very good disruptor, because you will be seeing that very well. Weekly pushed out of his own lane, he's unable to jump in, and that just leaves Annie to take those away. Now I did wanted to see the Akai capitalizing the bushes. That would have been really better for the Leslie, so that Leslie doesn't have to second guess, because this is what I was talking about. Fatalings are in her own turret, taken down. Wait a minute, there's Nana as well as Annie still on to the prowl, because lack of damage is going to be them out of the way. Same goes for Winter Shadow.
That's not really the best time of his life for him into the jungle as well. Not really able to burst anyone down, and given the fact that there is also an Esmeralda who's dancing on their faces with so many levels ahead of them, is gonna be saying a lot about how the game is definitely gonna be going, especially into the early 15 minutes of the game. That's where they don't really have to come online. Mid lane though, they wanna create a bit of a pressure there. Not much of the damage, none will be taken just yet, so they will definitely be fine. But this was, with the amount of damage that they already given for Zenith, you could say that they are so well farmed, and Velocity, even though they have the chances, they weren't able to find any compensation out there.
That is true, Debbie, but QE Zenith, they are not chasing for the kills as well. Now again, there is Rentaro who's opening up the kills for Escarboy as much as possible. Look at the zoning coming in from Akai alone, which is really crazy to see. Like, the confidence is soaring quite high, given the fact that he has no backup other than the Yuzhong, but the Escarboy takes away the turtle. Now top lane, quite capitalized very good, but talking about the bottom lane in the Paquito, I do remember him. He was playing the Paquito in the show a few weeks ago. Now switching up onto the usual, like, this is the real Scrim. But Annie out of the way. That's going to be Escarboy's baited, ultimate baited, but Houdini all alone, 2v1, maybe, but it's going to be Escarboy waiting for the melee, the passive, and capitalizing it as well. Esmeralda is able to do 2v1.
Completely alone out there too, and there's no way he will be taken down right now. I believe he's onto the Oracle or even the Dominance Eyes on top of the Talisman too, because if you can see the way he's been joning around, playing around and dancing, it's just that he has a lot of damage already. Look at the dive.
That's true. Look at them. They're trying to make sure Annie will be taken down. Boy with the clean spree goes into the back lane. He knows he has the damage, but no, not confident enough to complete his combo. But at the same moment, he was in a very back, so that was just not it. He had to get out.
You got to know that if a Link dives in under the base, under the turrets to try to go for the first words, he's really confident. Thank God for this meta though, PG, because it's been a while. We have always had utility meta, and now we're back to the assassins, and a very good early game for a Link as well as Cabor. Scarboy will definitely have a better time when he tries to go for this combination as well, and all thanks to the guy on the screen right now, Houdini, onto the SRL, that are able to do so much more. He got the Oracle, no wonder he was so tanky. I don't think anyone from the side of Team Velocity will be able to take him down, because look at the build onto Wiki. He's the only one who could do it, and he's just onto that Berserkers, and it's not gonna be enough.
Oh, that would not be enough. But Escarboy once again strikes on the back lanes, terrorizing the Yuzhong and the YSS, and as well as Nana. Look at that. They're just not stopping it in. Now Annie left alone right there. I do believe he's just trying to, get some damage control in. But Melissa would be farmed enough to take that Lord easily into their own hands. Now with the Lord jumping in right there, QE Zenith, what will they do? Because they could push down the inhibitors, and like the way that they are playing, inhibitors really look very promising for them with just the first Lord. But at the same time, Velocity do have the range to clear it, so clearance is looking good for them too.
It's a bit good because they make up to the lack of clearance from the Leslie with the presence of the Yi Senshin, but they're gonna be very dependent onto their ultimate as well, so that's saying a lot. Looking at the grass so far, yeah man, every goal lead was built up by QE, and it's not even once Velocity take that initiation. And the Malefic Gun, a prior item for the Leslie, I don't know if it's gonna be the best, but not really the best this time around, but that's definitely going to be helping them quite a lot. Look at the potential dive coming through, the Lord will be coming in as well into the mid side.
Let's see, there you go, one inhibitor down, flick the plate to Link, there's a Leslie call out, mega kill for Escarboy, he's just not stopping it, and Marol also takes away two right there, but Escarboy was the first one to down into the turret, so yep, taken down. The Lord is still healthy. There's Ritik trying to take that, but hey, Maniac for Moroi, that is what a way to end the game, and yep, today we got another Maniac, but the same team with a different player.
Like days for the Maniacs, Maroi onto the Melissa, so quiet for the whole time. PT, he wasn't even into the map. You would have thought that he was, but he was very shadow carrying, and until the last part when they are all come together, he is the one assigning the most, even with Houdini there doing everything from the start of the game. But other than that, look at the build. Maroi was, I wanted to mention this, but they already ended the game before I could. He's onto that crit build, right? And I think this is the part where the Melissa comes in handy. You can go for the Trinity also, you can also go for the crit build, and it both works really well, and the crit does give a lot of true damage already too, so that says a lot about the way that they were playing, just going for the farming, and up till the very end they were just waiting on it. And when the green light comes in from Maroi to go in, he just went it all. But I think overall the game was really held on by Houdini there.
Oh, that's true though. Like at the same time, he did not allow the Yuzhong to jump in the team fights, because Yuzhong is definitely considered as a hero, needing into the team fight, and we did see him absent in every single team fight. So that was definitely not a way for them to work with it. But at the same time, this being the best of 3 series, teams can go in for another round right there. Now, talking about the other round, let's go. It's going to be the second match where Team Velocity Esports will be having the first pick onto their hands. Now again, why not go for something like a Eudora?
A punch for a punch.
What, right? Eudora was out there in the open. They could have Nana
Different
was really a
perspectives expose the
very
same truth.
bad pick up to the very start. There are so many heroes that are so good, especially the Eudora, the Valentina. Those two at least can have chances for survival against those assassin, against those dive. So let's see how Team Velocity will be able to come back to that, because I know that they don't really play the Nana naturally. They usually play other heroes, right? So they can adjust to this. Paquito ban, but Zenith will be removing the
Malachi
Marcin. I think the
enters the
Hirara should
scene.
also be gone too.
Oh, Hirara, yep, definitely one of the heroes I do want
Butterfly
to
is
see
born by thy
opened up
wish,
for either of the
guided
sides. One of
by
the hero
lantern's
is,
light.
worked it really good, but there you go. Looks like the last ban that is going to be the Hirara, not open for either of the sides. And Team Velocity, what are they going to do? Because for them side, I do remember Winter Shadow having such a good performance onto the YSS, and now when he's not able to get the chance to jump in, and he is definitely struggling quite there. So what is the switch up that they could do, Debbie?
The
Maybe
Immortal One
if they
chose
want
me
to
to
play a
vanquish the
carry hero into the
shadows
hands of
that
Winter
plague this
Shadow,
world.
they could give Wiki a hero that can win the lane. I think for the Melissa and to the Leslie, you would think that there should be a winning lane, but it's gonna be a bit of a skill matchup, right? So if they are able to get the Brody on point and get a winning side very, very easily, that could eventually hold on to the lane, not lose out, but not really win out either. That could have been a very good adjustment. But yeah, they let go of the
I didn't
Belleric.
cure
They
the
pick up
pain.
the Atlas,
I
so the Belleric is
harnessed
definitely
it.
going to be the direct answer. And there we go. Valentina, as expected, most of the time, always good against the Atlas.
Oh, that's true though. Belleric as well as the Atlas. That's one of the classic combos that we see, and one of the main counters for the Atlas being Valentina is being picked as well. Now, this is no surprise right here, but this time around, Team Velocity, what are they going to pick against a Valentina? Because it is quite easy to counter a Valentina, poke her so much. So, what is the answer to that? They could go for something interesting,
born with
and
talent.
that's going to be a bit annoyance towards the tank jungle and the EXP laners as well. Now, this is definitely a good thing because
Still
Houdini has
waters run
been
deep.
spamming the Esmeralda quite a lot.
Right, and they have to pick up the. You said poke, and they pick up the poke. That is what what is good against the Valentina.
I will
You
choose
can
my own
output her
path.
into the lane. That's why it's very important that they get the Valier. And it's also very good. It's also gonna be doing decently well
Let them
against
play
the
the
Belleric. On
hero.
top of that, you have
I will be
the
the
Purify.
truth this
So
world
I think the
desperately
Valier makes so much
needs.
sense. And now with the Guinevere, I think it's more of a combination with the Atlas. I don't know about against the Belleric. It's kind of tricky, but they can pull it off. So with the pick onto the Guinevere, they kind of know. Zenith kind of know that they might want to go for the combination of a Arlet, so they ban away the Arlet as well with the Yuzong gone too. I don't know.
I
Can
am
you ban Houdini out
vengeance
because he still can pick up the
incarnate.
Lapu Lapu?
Lapu. One of the heroes that was banned onto the last match, so I do feel like we might be able
This
to
land
see
is our
it. There's going
homeland,
to be
and it
something
will
like
soon
a
be our
good
burial ground.
picks right there. But yep, there you go. Lapu does get banned out from Team
Eh?
Velocity. But wait a minute. QE Zenith, do they actually commit to this hero?
I think they did. Because to be honest, when you play a lane, you don't necessarily have to take a losing side onto the marksman lane, onto the gold lane. You can pick out a winning side. So I'm not
Sniper
really
ready.
sure about
Give me a
why
target.
the Layla is picked. Leslie again, a second attempt for the side of Team Velocity there. So this time around, at least you will be able to have a better time against the Layla, so that at least you will be able to get one winning lane. With the Uranus being picked away, Zenith. Is it gonna be another Esmeralda? Or what does Houdini have on his kit?
Esmeralda. Now that the Yuzhong is out of the way, the Lapu Lapu is also out of the way. There's no Arlet. He could go for Esmeralda once again, but I do want to see something different given the fact that there is a lead and would be proving very annoying to you. Something like a damage dealer, like a pure EXP damage dealer. Okay, that's not going to be the case. Looks like we are getting Esmeralda back to back, but I do want to see how this is going to fare against a Valir.
Yeah, that's what I feel like the Elise would look so much better in terms because they don't need a magic damage, right? It was either the Elise or the Esmeralda, and they wanted to go for the Esmeralda. I think it's more of a comfort as well, and it's a very dead lane into the XP side. Both of these Uranus and the Esmeralda will have to play for the zoning for the team, and I think in this scenario, QA Zenith
Mobalegends.
have a setup that is a reply
5 seconds
rather
till
than
the
a
enemy
setup
reaches
that
the
is a
battlefield. Smash them.
initiator. Meanwhile, for the side of
All
Team
troops
Velocity, they are
deployed.
the one with the initiation on the Atlas. So it has to be coming down to how wise your decision making goes for both of these teams.
Let's see with that into the ladder done. Here we go. There's not going to be an assassin from Winter Shadow, but an fighter. That too, one of the fighter jungle, which has been banned quite a lot. Let's see what is it going to be. Now that you know, Escarboy is back again on his hero. What are they plotting now? The last game, it was worked so well into the hands of Ling as well. The Esma was zoned out very well in my opinion, but this game I don't want to see what they are gonna do. Indian Paquito pulling up the Uranus. He's just like playing it safe given the fact that it's just early game. Taunt coming in.
I'm trying to do something here into the mid side here. I don't know because I feel like it could have been a better poke from Velocity into the mid side rather than from QE Zenith there. And a bit of a losing lane too on top lane Marui. I don't know how he's able to do that. But yeah, the Leslie should have been having that good lane. It's like a Brody, but a bit into the true damage side. But look at that though. There is a bit of an invade coming through level 4.
I don't like that. Winter Shadow taken quite low and run away. And that's going to be the first blood that we are witnessing. Houdini takes it away. Now again, he is just playing it so well, making sure, his teammates will have an amazing time. Indian Paquito might be the next. He has to play it safe, but losing almost 50% of his HP just because right there. Oh, a bit of a freeze action coming in from the Atlas of Dom. Pyrrhic will be taken down. The Escarboy with the Tempest of Blade, but realizes there's nothing left.
Yeah, there's nothing left. Rintaro, on the other hand, trying to survive there, but Houdini didn't die just yet. It's just the mid laner taken down. Hrithik staying a lot more longer than he's welcoming. But on the other hand, Houdini has been doing so good with the zone against the Guinevere there. I don't know how he's able to do that because Winter Shadow hasn't been able to get out the level 4 just yet. So this might actually be a free turtle for QE Zenith because Houdini, he's so good in zoning them away that it's just level 4 for Winter Shadow, and I don't think he will be willing to go for the contest against a level 5 Ling.
That is true. Let's wait and watch for the turtle because there is like a very less chance that the Link might be jumping in. But before that, it's gonna be QE Zenith taking it away before Team Velocity could do anything. That is quite aggressive in my opinion, and taking away the first win for themselves as well. Yep, they have all the rights to play quite aggressive right then. Now Marui though, I mean, I am kind of still skeptical about this hero, given the fact that it is one of the heroes considered not very well, and something coming up right here, trying to practice it up is kind of diabolical to me. But hey, if it works, then why not make it work? The Liberal for Terrifying Effect comes in for Annie, who's trying to get out of the way, and the Wrath of Tired will be baited out. That was just not it.
I think it was so much faster. I think they could have gone for the pick off if Rintaro just do it earlier on. Maybe he doesn't have it, or even if Hrithik had to get an all onto the LS, I think they could have burst him down because it was a 3v1 situation. And the LS is not really that tanky into this department here, and he not really having the best time into the rotation as well. But on the other hand, it's still a very quiet game here for today. But bot lane Houdini, look at them.
Oh, I'm not liking it. There might be a kill that we will be witnessing, but Houdini being Houdini, I do know that he's going to survive top lane. Leslie definitely gets a kill right here. Now, once again, being a Leslie taking away so much right there, it's just not it, but at the same time, the teams are already trying to go for the engage. Rentaro spots off into shadow. The bit of a taunt works it out very well and taken down. No mercy shown. QE's and it takes away the purple buff as well.
Yeah, Grand Theft into that broad daylight though, in front of the owner, by the way, and that's definitely saying a lot about how ahead QE Zenith is already. They have 13k goal into their favor, 3k is their goalie too, and they were able to get out the first turtle as well, all thanks to Mr. Houdini again. This is what I usually say when we were talking about XP laners there. If they are so good onto the lane, if they are able to have a good rotation against their counterpart, that's where the start of the good macro comes through. You will be able to win onto the turtle very easily, and there's no way that the other opposing team can do anything about it. 2 turtles already into the hands of a Ling. BT, this is smelling trouble, and on top of that, Wiki is not winning the lane either.
Weekly. Now again, Leslie, the snowball is going to be really depending on how many kills you two take and how quickly you accelerate your items, because with the kills it's kind of getting easy, so easy to pick up your main expensive items, the Blade of Despair, quickly as possible. But into the mid lane, I don't like the Valiant getting attacked by a Scarboy though. He jumps in quite aggressively. Understandable, it's a Valiant all alone, but not the decision from the lane. As of now, QE Zenith is still holding on to something that they could just go in for the turret push, because my goodness, a nice fatal links right there, but the backup was not from his teammates. Team Velocity will have to back off. A conceal will be popped off, and I do feel like the threat is gonna be threatening, because into the middle lane, the lane's gonna just go down.
Yeah, that's what, and this is what I was talking about when they were going for the boost there. Just all onto whoever is coming through, even if it's a tank. Look at the dive!
Oh, weakly taken down. That's gonna be Leslie for you. Moroi playing it so safe. The next on the chopping block, that's gonna be Winter Shadow. But is Scarboy taking on too much turret damage? Houdini, will he be able to get out? Ritik right there trying to give out, the terrifying effect the crowd control which the team needs, because Houdini has to get out. India Bagita not leaving it out. 2-man knockup right there from the Guinevere, but the backup that they need is just not there, because the Valiant is quite few behind, because he just spawned it in. India Bagita flickers out of the way. Moroi jumps in. I don't like the way that he's treading. Like he knows that he could get a kill right there.
Yeah, there was an amazing maneuver coming through from the side of QE, and it's there. They are not the one dying, and they have been able to give out the notion that they are ahead. Yeah, they are sure ahead. And with the turtle coming through again, this is the turtle number 3, will be into the hands of Escarboy as well. That's a Ling. On top of that, he have been able to get out the damages done, even though he haven't been able to get out the kills. He is definitely being the main source of damage dealer there, because of course we know that the Layla is still out there. It's still very early for her to deal damage, but bot lane, Paquito.
Oh, for Indian Paquito, he's getting out of the way, but there's Marui still dealing so much damage. Now that damage is really crazy, but my goodness, the teams though, look at that. QE Zenith definitely dominating right there. And India Paquito, like he has to get so close to regen and he's not getting that. Houdini is trying to give that, but hey, he is surviving and getting out of the way. There's a bit of the annoyance from the ghost, and this is what I was talking about. At least one out of that. It's gonna be a 1-for-1, but Houdini being taken down. This team fight was there into the hands of Team Velocity. They're trying to push it down a bit more, but I really love how Guinevere went in for the split push, knowing the top lane will not be targeted.
I would have preferred if Escarboy was there onto the top lane defending onto the turret rather than trying to join the team fights when it's already gone, so that at least they will not be trading out. But this is a good sign for Team Velocity there, because at least they got one turret there, even though for the whole matches, for the whole 7 minutes of the game, they have been trading out. Not trading out, they have been giving out without getting any trades whatsoever into the coming time. But looking at the build so far, forced to build onto the Dominant's eyes, and he cannot really do anything about it. Look at the jump though.
Oh, okay. Once again, look at that. Weekly taken down. The main damage dealer as Cowboy onto the back lane. takes down one, but at the same time, it's going to be the lead with the tank falling down. Once again, Houdini as well as Rentaro, who was tanking too much, will be falling down. Why did you pop the fatal links? Okay, no, okay, that is coming in from Ritik, but you know, the team wasn't there for the backup, so that was definitely not a good way to go. Once again, Team Velocity are trying to find the lead, but it is, you know, coming. They are getting it, but at the same time, they are losing it as quickly.
That's what I think. This is like. This is something that I wanna mention here too for Maroi as well as Escarboy. They have very similar build to PG. This is a crit and it has his claws. So that's what they are trying to do here. But top lane?
Wait a minute, Escarboy, he doesn't have his ultimate, not a good way to jump in, but Houdini comes in as a backup right there. They can go in, but Escarboy taken down. That's gonna be the winner there for you. But once again, Winter Shadow pushing it quite a lot. Maroi is still right there. You know, even though they lost the link, Team Ghouls and it still have their damage dealers. Look at them, they are able to, you know, push so much damage. And Ritik this time around is starting to pick up the fatal links, which is why the first place, you know, they picked up the Valentina.
Exactly why they pick up the Valentina, really true. And this is why we also say that the value of the Valentina is there whenever you see the Atlas. On top of that, the Bellic as well. So now, I think in that department where, in that point where Escarboy got taken out, I think he does really know well that he don't have the Tempest of Blade either. I don't understand why he just went it right there when it could have been so much better if he backed away. Wiki on to the other hand, he have to get forced the flicker away. Houdini, I don't know how he's able to do this again and again, because true damage onto the elastic should be enough to get him taken down, but with the amount of gold that they have already accumulated, he's so tanky. And into this lot as well, they will be able to take it for free, because if you see the damage coming through from Maroi, they are already ready to go for the fights again.
That's true. Look at them. They're not getting it over. Escarboy trying to, you know, get the back lanes off. Winter Shadow all alone right there. That's going to be the lead. Busted down. Maroi taken down as well. Now I do want to see what did the Uranus build so that, you know, he was able to take down Maroi. But Team Velocity do find one and the main damage dealer.
Yeah. And I think for a Uranus to take out the Layla down. Okay, there we go. That's what he's actually on. No, it's just the chastise that work. I think in this season, the chastise is so much important. But wait, Uranus, what is he doing?
Oh no, he's trying to get out of the way, but there's going to be the chase coming in from QEs and a lot of ultimates pop because they are keeping it. They wanted. Weekly on the other hand is taking down a bit of a turret. Oh, nice damage coming in, a nice crowd control, but it was just not enough. The teams will have to get out.
They're getting out, but they are walking away with a good win onto their side as well. But for Team Velocity, they tried. They did try, but they haven't been able to do anything out there. But Ritik caught in a misposition department there. He's going to be taken down. That's only the compensation that they're going to be finding right now. It's a Purify Valentina without your double dash. You're definitely going to be getting taken down. But the Lord is coming here. A good damage already for Maroi. I want to... She might be onto the penetration as well too, because with the crit that she had, India Paquito has been getting a bit of a damage here already, even though you think that the Uranus will be able to sustain quite well. But I think him able to get the chastise early on helped him quite a lot.
Let's see if the team is able to end the game this early or not. Oh, Roy does get the taste of the fatal links right there. That was just not it. But Rentaro will be able to get out. But wait a minute, there's going to be Escarboy trying to get the backlines once again. But Winter Shadow goes in for the flicker. He is safe. Indian Paquito does get counted on. That is like the #1 counter for a Uranus. But at the same time, there is the very heavy crowd control. And, you know, Team Velocity are finding that comeback potential.
Yeah, they are, and this is definitely gonna be so much better. Okay, onto the other hand for Zenith, as we're going here, and they do have a very, very good late game as well, right? And if one thing that I wanna see Team Velocity do is that if they're able to get that jump, that good jump from Winter Shadow, I
think that's gonna be the turnaround of events, because I feel like they do hurt quite a lot already. They do have damage a bit, but there's no way they will be able to reach out the backlines yet. But it has to be very, very dependent on what the Uranus will be able to do onto the Layla, but he can go onto the backlanes. But I don't think the Beleric will let it happen, because they know quite well that their win can be Maroi onto the later part of the game. Even though the Link has been doing a whole lot of damage into the early phases, it's a time for the Layla to come through, and that's why the amount of damage that they have been hard to handle for Velocity.
Let's see though, once again, QE Zenith for them now day 2 weekly though, flickering out of the way at the very right moment. There's the jump that we were talking about along with the freeze, but it did not connect as we expected. Once again, it's Carboy trying to find the back lanes, but you know, his target is not being the Uranus, who is just right there in the front. He knows when to jump, but at the same time, now the Lord is up. Talking about the Lord, okay, wait. I do remember it now. You know, we were talking about the Guinevere, but you know, Guinevere has been doing very well talking about the jumps, but the only downside is they do need a bit of a backup, because Guinevere alone cannot be the finisher. So Weekly is not able to reposition because the amount of damage that's coming in from Moroi plus Eskar boy as well, it is quite a lot. I think this is the time where she should be picking up the Wind of Nature, and it is really important.
It's very important here, because look at the, oh my god, amount of damage that the Layla can do. But yeah, onto the other side, I don't know why Annie is doing here. He might be getting poked onto the damage department there, with the Lord coming through onto the top lane side. This might be a good take onto the mid lane. Look at the jump.
Oh, the jump really works out very well, but Escarboy is right there. Oh, Escarboy taken down. He unfortunately being for the crowd control.
Wow.
He will be the next one right there. The Lord's fight. They have to clear the Lord, but there is going to be a lot of damage coming in from the Valentina as well. Killing spree for Houdini. He's trying to get the minions in, but the minions is out. The Lord is out as well. Team QE is in it, kind of 50% of his health, but you know, the only problem is they don't have the finisher. A bit of a jump comes in, and goes taken down. Quite an unfortunate position, but Houdini will be down. Wait a minute, Maroi. They need to clear out the minions. Weekly is playing it quite safe right there, but the minions from the mid lane are going to be here. Maroi, will he be able to get a good shot? Because once he gets a lock on to Maroi, it's going to be really low. Breath of Tide comes in. There's going to be a bit of a stun. Rintaro does have the immortality, so I do believe he can get out, but now Fatal Link right there. Weekly thus gets a kill, and that's going to be accelerating as quickly as possible. But for QE is in it, they need to back off.
Yep, they finally find the ways to defend the base here. Velocity, I think for QE Zenith, they overstayed their welcome just a little bit, because they could have waited and get out onto the side lanes first and then try to go all in with 3 of the lanes pushing here. They were trying to end with one lane, but I think India Paquito has been doing quite well onto the Uranus, because he haven't been taken down just yet, and he was so very successful in escaping, in going back and going for the back and forth ways where he will be able to clear out, but he won't die. And I think it's tough for Layla to actually kill him because of that reason. A penetration already built the DHS for Maroi, so at least he will be able to stand a chance against the Uranus, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. But yeah, Malefic Roar will be the item of choice for Eskar as well, because he knows that he needs to have that penetration, because none of the members, oh wait, never mind, look at that.
Houdini is trying to find the backlines, but the backlines are playing it very safe. That's going to be one of the members busted down. The Guinevere not having a chance. Winter Shadow, he's popping up Flicker, losing out such an important resource at this point of the game. While QE Zenith are trying to push it down, but they realize the Lord is up now. Taking away the Lord, they do have a chance to end the game. Now, for that to happen, they need to take down the Leslie and the Wally, and it would be very easy for them, because they are the ones who are the lane clearance so far.
Yeah, that's what I feel like the Valier is one of the rarest of heroes that can actually defend onto the Lord as long as possible. But Scar Boy, what is he doing?
Oh no, wait a minute, he has his ultimate. right there. Weekly does get caught on, but he's trying to get out. But Maroi, his ultimate right on point. They lose Esmeralda right there. Triple kill for Maroi. There's going to be India Pokito down as well. He was the secondary tank. QE Zenith find themselves trying to get it on, but Winter Ghost. No way he could defend it all by himself. That's going to be QE Zenith having a winning streak and taking away the game as well. What a way they end the game.
Truly a clean slate of all times there. QE Zenith able to shut down the Leslie since the start of the game with the same kind of combination that they were bringing so far. MVP would be the Layla though. It's a free farming Layla with a lot of early game that she had a free farm into the early phases of the game. I don't understand why Velocity did not go for the gank onto the Layla when it was completely necessary there. But I think they did so much. They did what they could do. They wanted to have a very good win lane onto the gold lane side, but I don't think Wiki had the momentum to actually do it too. So now with this amount of gameplays that they have for QE Zenith, the synergy was on point too, and Rintaro amazing onto the Balearic because of the way that he's been setting, and Houdini, given you do not have to give him the Esmeralda again, man.
That's true. For Houdini, Esmeralda has been such a good response rate as well. He's able to, lane it out all by himself. Plus, on top of that, he is very good in the team fight. So maybe if the next two teams who are going to fight them, they should be taking notes that this is the hero that they should be banning. But ladies and gentlemen, this was it for the series number 2. We still have one more to go. Don't forget to join in once again after a short break. So with that, Debbie, let's go for a break.
Yep, let's go.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, once again to the MOBA Warmup Clash series, where we have started with the best of 3 series for Monday, and now it is obviously the Tuesday, the second day of the week, and we will dive into the third match of the evening. We've already had two sweeps by none other than the team Quantum Eclipse, both, of course, the Nova and the Zenith, and right now we move to their last lineup, which is Nebula, fighting one of the new teams, which is Team Arleng ML. And obviously, to be casting, to be the voice, going to be myself, Ray, along with Ash TT on the desk. So, Ash, how are you feeling today? And can QE make basically their team make a 3x3 sweep tonight?
Maybe they can do it because so far what I've seen from Team Arleng ML is a little bit of off meta kind of drop. They're going with the comfort, but those comfort doesn't working so well in the scenario of the tournaments. So they need to change the drop. They need to change the mindset. Otherwise, they will, face the lose only. Because so far, whatever their strategies is, whatever their planning is, it's not working against those teams who are following up those meta things. But it's fine. Let's see if they can make their comeback in this game, or are we going to see QE Nebula to make things properly, or you can say make things properly best or clean sweep for the whole day, like the Zenith, Nova, and now the Nebula.
Yeah, I think, Ash, I will half agree and half disagree. Basically, I think their drafts have been improving. Like from the first day they appeared, of course, the first day they played, it was very, very obvious that they had very low knowledge of like what's going on in the tournament scene, and they were having a really hard time on how to scrim. But after that, and after that, week after week, after all, they started from like 17 or 18, and now we are at 28. So they have been improving quite a bit. That's not a Zushin, that's a Zatian, bro. Anyways,
Crowned by heaven's mandate.
what was it again?
My legacy
The point is,
shall
they have
endure.
improved their draft quite a bit because they went from playing EXP lane like heroes that are very unconventional, for example, Dairos or Thamos. Before Thamos actually even kind of became a little bit meta. And now they have switched to the Freya, the Yuzhongs, and the Lapu Lapu. So they have improved quite a bit, I would say. And right now they are prioritizing the Zatian and the Marcel, which is weirdly, I would say, kind of like not exactly latest patch. Last patch, Marcel Zatian extremely strong. Right now, Marcel, after the nerf and after the fact that we're right now in the assassin meta, he's not the best top option that many teams go for. But he's still useful. So I'm looking forward to that. And Ash, I'll tell you one thing. This Mia, she is in rank. She's probably one of the most banned heroes. So due to her flank ability.
Definitely. And into the late phase, also the Mia managed to get some damage, give out a lot of proper.
She's like a, attack speed crit Amon. Invisible and pew pew pew.
Yeah, definitely. And that's not a cloak even. Like you can also escape out with the help of that cloak, as you mentioned about the Amon thing. But now,
it's our
as this Mia arrives into the land of dawn, I believe they have missed a ban, if I'm not wrong. Like, or is it a hero? Okay, they have missed a ban. So this kind of things like you're missing a ban when you're having a Mia, because now the Clint could be there, Hanabi can come up against a Mia, or else they can go with something like Irithel or Beatrix kind of thing, because all these things kind of counter the Mia. Okay, couple goals, but not the couples we are looking after. Is the Alucard coming in for the jungle? Team Arleng ML once again going with their proper, you can say, rank kind of draft in the tournament competitive scene, which is actually not so preferable for my side. I don't like this kind of drafts in tournament.
Yeah,
frankly, I always pick it on face. I don't try to cover it up. A lot of casters try to cover it up by saying, no, this pick gonna work and all. But I think, why it not working? Like someone asked me, STZ, why the Gushin is not getting played in tournament scene? Because bro, look at the snowball. If you're not getting the snowball in the late game, you're nothing. It's like a Suyu without you can say magic damage. So definitely, like Suyu, if you're playing on a Suyu, even that's also risky when you're not getting the snowball. So how can you rely on a Gushin and Alucard kind of thing? And if you're going with the Alucard, you're getting a lot of trumble this time. Like you should clear your path whenever you're going with the Alucard. Because look at it, there is at last, there is a Kadita, the Freya is also present. So I believe once again QE Nebula, like representing one of their best draft against Team Arleng ML's so-called ranked draft. Not sure how it's gonna work, but if it works, then luckily they are like proving themselves at the big stage.
I mean, pretty self-explanatory. Alucard weak to crowd control, QE Nebula, 3 crowd control. That's it, guys. He cannot regen when he cannot move. That's the simplest answer. And the second thing is for sure is the fact that right now we are in the meta of where most of the items have been shifted. It's not exactly Spellvamp, it's hybrid lifesteal now, right? For example, the War Axe. It used to give you 100%, sorry, not 100%. Basically, it was in the sense that it was completely Spellvamp item, right? But now it is hybrid lifesteal. So the fighters who can get Spellvamp, they get a little bit of Spellvamp with a little bit of lifesteal. That's the reason right now YSS is so good. Because you can actually build a War Axe first item and get a lot of heal out of there. But it also backfires into the heroes like the Alucard and the Ruby, who back then used to be able to literally be called the king and queens of the lifesteal. But I guess that is something we can discuss regarding about the meta and the builds later on as we dive into the Land of Dawn, Ash.
Fila could have gone for the cross-map jungling, but he chose to go into the blue buff first. It's maybe the reason of the zone coming out from the side of team. Okay, look at it. A little bit of, you can say, some working going on there from the side of team QE Nebula in this form. They managed to take out the lava golem from the side of team Arleng, and now they will preferably going for the other crits as well. Well start for the jungler.
Yeah, Ling already starting pretty smooth. No invasion on his hand. And that's one of the things that you need actually against the Ling. Another thing I'll mention is Team Arleng ML actually likes being called TAM, I believe. You know, T-A-M. So yeah, Team TAM. No, that doesn't sound right. But yeah, TAM right now with the Uranus onto the EXP lane. Yuzhong does not win it at all. So they're losing the EXP side. And we have the Freya as a gold laner, which is kind of good for the Mia because she can maintain her range and she can just play a tower hugging gameplay. Unless, of course, the Freya gets the backup and she can dive into the turret. That's where Mia will either be forced to use her Moonlight Blessing to escape, but guess what? She'll most likely get chased because it's easy to predict where the Mia is trying to run away. If she stays inside the turret, she's gone. If she's running away, they can predict it. But bot side, a lot of damage onto the Uranus, but he has the heal. Oh, First Blood! First Blood gonna be secured out here, might be able to get it. And right now, they're going for more. Prime gets taken away by the Khadita, and that's going to be 1-for-1 immediately. Zatian almost taken down pretty low as well, but she survives it. On the other side, Ling with a lot of low HP. Fila, you have to mitigate the damage a little bit. He gets executed by the turtle.
Yep, he gets executed by the turtle, and now there is a chance that Yoto, he managed to take the turtle out. I felt like that there is a chance for Prime to contest the turtle, but no, he couldn't manage to go there. A stumble comes in, Fear the Phoenix as well. He managed to retreat back there easily. That's a nice follow-up and help coming out from the mid laner for the gold laner of Team Arleng ML. And somehow Mangekyo managed to go back. But now the problem with Mangekyo is he's on the Mia, and the Mia will not able to get the snowball in the early game, will literally affecting her in the late phase. And that's what Team QE Nebula is trying to do so. They're trying to stop this Mia to get the snowball. Marcel going for the proper zoning. They're gonna go for the fight. Battling connected. Mangekyo is not going to follow it up, but now Prime in a very bad position will be slain out from the fight. And that will be Yoshu getting the kill there. Gonna go for a double at this moment. Okay, that's Doppy get the kill. Tempest Blade connected, but it will be the 2 kills, which will be into the pocket of QE Nebula, losing out not a single trade from their side.
That is the first time I've seen like Atlas and Khadita ultimate getting frozen while they were fully half casted. It was so beautiful. It was like a flower. But yeah, that was fascinating to see. A good ultimate from Colgate right here. And onto the other side, a lot of damage being taken by Atlas. They know he doesn't have the ultimate. But Khadita, man, she secures the double kill. Yasuo right now with 4 kills on the board. He definitely has the damage needed to continue on. And with this, 6 kills for 2, TAM, what is going to be their response? They are trying to catch up people, but they have to catch up this Kadita, who is right now snowballing hard. The buffs are getting invaded. Alucard right now, Prime. He's going to be losing out even more farm than he expected. And with this, I believe Team Arleng ML, they can't exactly contest anything, and already they're going to be playing against their back, against the wall.
Yep. Okay, they're gonna go for another fight. Flicker comes in, viewing the Phoenix as well. Valkyrie isn't being used from the Freya. Don't be going in there. Marshall managed to give some sustain and a proper follow-up for the Zatian to get back into the safer side. But now, Tempest Blade, Fila going in for the chase, gonna get the find. Kill onto the Zatian, and now look at it, Slither HP, Fanling's connected, but do you do the damage coming out from the tier? That last will eventually being taken out. That's a nice save for the Ling though, but sacrificing himself. Retribution comes in, drop waves near the mark, playing onto the turtle, double onto the Yuzong, my goodness! Alu, Yuzong both goes down, Paris Dawei, Abominate from the Land of Dawn, Team Alling MO. They are out, I mean, they're getting outplayed by QE Nebula at this moment. 9-4-3 the score is. That's a 6 lead on there. And if you're going to talk about the gold, it's almost 4K.
Yep, almost around 4,000 right now. And I believe Ash, with all these things considered, Ham right now can... Oh, even Mangigo gets taken away on the top side. And the only thing they can do is try to prioritize Yasuo, but how can they? They don't have enough damage. In crowd control, they have the Zatian and, you know, Colgate on that Marcel, but top lane, Alucard gets taken down as well.
Even though you're using the golden hour, you are not getting proper follow-ups. Now the Valkyrie is going in there, but that will be a beautiful, you can say, repel coming out from the side of Team Arling ML. Colgate. Oh no, that's a beautiful setup coming out from here. 3-man on the way. That will be the battle links and Rob Waves connecting as well. Double kill secured. Gonna go for a triple. No. So ruthless. Mangekyo managed to go with a hidden moon blazing, but at the point, you're losing out your members one after one, giving out hefty amount of golds to the side of Team QE Nebula, which is actually not a good thing to do. Alucard not getting the buff, not getting the kill, is really hampering a lot from the early game. And now again, getting the Strumble, 3-member chasing him down from the behind. That will be the knock-on coming in. Legendary on the Alu double. Yoso with the double. Can he triple it? No, can't make it a triple. But look at Fila. Goes in for the Tempest Blade. Another whips coming in there with the Legendary on the Mangekyo. But that will be a killing spree onto the Zetian as well. Doffy and Yoshu, they're totally sabotaging each and every moment at the Land of Dawn.
Yeah, and sorry. And with this, the Lord also been slain. 17-3. Oh, sorry, what? For a second, I thought the Lord was slain because of the notification. My bad. That was just a turtle. Anyways, 17-3 score already, and it's barely been 7 minutes. Oh, a good golden hour. But will there be a follow-up? Unfortunately, no, except for the Zatian. Oh, the passive.
The follow-up is there though, but it will be from that last big kill security than ever. Prime goes down, Legendary double, yes, so double for Fila. Mangekyo goes down, 4-member out, which is Yuzong standing strong in the bot lane. 1v1 going on, Black Dragon Form coming into the wave. Look at the damage from the Uranus though, but that will be a monster from Fila. Wiped out
completely
at a perfect 8-0 minute for the side of Team Arling ML. Look at the happiest amount of gold deposited into the hand of QE Nebula at this moment, and one after one the structures are getting shattered, Ray. This is why I told you that draft, the mechanics, the strategy is built from Team Arling ML is not working at the tournament scenario. They need to change it. They need to focus on it. They need to prepare something else for the tournament scene. They need to watch some games.
Yeah, it's not just a draft, I would say. Oh, bot side, it's another kill.
Battlelink's golden hour is coming on to the mark, but not even having a single follow-up. And even if you're coming for this follow-up, you don't have the damage right now, so you're doomed. You kind of not do anything at this moment. It's just 8 minutes and 56 seconds. Look at it, the holy shields are off. The whole outer tiers are cleared. Definitely, like, big win for QE Nebula. They don't need anything else. They just need a Lord and Prophet Singh to finish the game. That's it.
Yep. I give kudos to the team Arleng though. They are appearing every week by week, almost every day they appear and they show up even though they are having hard time to, of course, to fight out teams like QE who are dominating right now at the MOBA Warmup Clash series, the scrims that we're hosting now every day. So I think it's not just the draft, Ash. It's the fact that, you know, they have the good ultimates, right? Look at that, golden hour is on point, but there can be no follow-up because the communication feels like it is getting not well done. Look at that, Atlas once again with the fatal links, and it's just over. So they need to improve the communications as well as definitely for sure their micro quite a bit.
Lord coming in, 2-member already down. Alcrad is not even having a single damage at this moment because the build is not enough to go for the fight. So do the Mia. So now even if you having the late game damage dealer, but you don't have the perfect set or perfect amount of damage to get onto the mark. Black Dragon coming in for the zone. Lord perfectly barging into the wave. Fila goes in for the Tempest of Blade, collecting 4 of the swords. And now you're going to see the Zeichin coming into the mark as well. Low, he goes in there. Fatal Links comes to the way. Legendary for Yosho. Double for Yosho. Triple for Yosho. Will it be a Maniac? It will conclude it with the Maniac. And a 7 will not get performed because that will be a still from the Uranus and an end to the game number 1 by Team QE Nebula. They managed to finish it up in their way. Victory.
20 kills for the Kadita. Yasuo with 20. God damn. Like, well, how much teamfight participation are we talking about? Dude is just literally soloing everyone. But that's just what happens. The Kadita gets 6 kills in the early game and it's just a full snowball.
Bro converted it to Maniac but couldn't manage to get the Savage because of Uranus. But I don't know why IPS didn't work there. Like, it maybe the hit was not there. That's the reason. It's fine. The way the team won here is really remarkable. Arleng ML couldn't even manage to give a little bit of space to their team due to the draft. So definitely they need to focus on the draft in the second game. Right now, I'll say if you want to come back, the draft is the main thing you have to set it up first because you're not even onto the door. Like, the door is not even built. How can we go to the core? That's the thing. Like, you need to build the draft first, then only you can perform well at the game. But as mentioned by Ray, they are learning. They are going in and in. So obviously, the fact of MOBA Class Series is about to learn, is about to deliver what you're learning here, and then performing at the biggest stage or at the mid stage, the average stage as well. So definitely they're learning and I'm happy for it. Need to change something into their lineup.
Yep. And right now we will give me just a while, Ash. Looks like
Definitely.
Team Arleng ML, they are not responding. I guess we'll go for a short little break and wait for them to come back.
Definitely.
Let's go for a short break and give a little bit of update for Team Arleng ML, and we'll wait in the lobby for a while, right? We'll come after a short break.
Well,
Ladies and
hello,
gentlemen, welcome back.
welcome back again to MOBA World Class Series powered by Algambo Esports. This is your boy STZ. Ray will be there as well to cast out the second game between Team QE Nebula versus Arleng ML. We have seen Arleng ML performing a little bit, bad in the last phase of the game because of their draft, but now I believe they will make it sure that the game will move forward to the third place. Yesterday also we have seen the beautiful comeback river sweep from QE Zenith, so why not Arleng? Why not we expect this from Arleng ML against QE Nebula? It can be possible, Ray.
Yep, we obviously want to see teams improve and teams becoming better. After all, QE was, I mean, they started off strong with one of their lineup, Zenith, being the first one that we saw. And obviously it was pretty strong already, but they also they did not have the biggest win streak. It was another squad which was almost pros, and right now they have a different, brand or Grave Noise. And then we started seeing the QE Nebula and then Nova showing up as well. Nebula, they faced a lot of defeats, but then they started winning. Nova, they were like 50-50. Sometimes they were winning hard. Sometimes they did lose a few, for example, from Kiyoshi from Valiant Ghouls. But today, we saw Valiant Ghouls losing to a QE. So, of course, teams are improving, and that is the whole point of Scrims that Algambo Esports, powered by kridox, is hosting every week, every day right now. And with this, we are moving forward with the draft. The bans are going to be targeted towards, obviously, the roamers from the side of Team Nebula, because they saw that the roamer was definitely putting up the sets with the golden hour, so they don't want it. And on the other side, they just go with the jungles and everything, the Kadita, the YSS, and the Paquito, and with it, they get the gore this time.
My mission.
God, in the first pick, last time it was a ZT, and this time it's a God. High loss coming in from Team Arleng. I'm kind of excited what Arleng is preparing for. They're going something into the meta, and they might manage to do good with this. That's what I expect. But into the goal lane, what are you preparing for this, Freya? Is it a carry? Is it Irithel? Or are you going to show us a B-Trix game? Because all these heroes can be performed well against Freya in a lane-to-lane matchup. But if not these heroes, then no. Bro, why? Why you to go for a Mia? When you have all these heroes open? I mean, I know Mangekyo loves the Mia, but bro, it doesn't work. Last time also it did not. How can he... Okay, I mean, it's their choice. What can I say here? The QE Nebula, they have a choice right now to go with Hanabi or something like that and force this Freya into the EXP, but I don't think they're gonna do it. They will be preparing something.
Bro, that's
Fight for the ultimate answer.
What is our
Guangzhou Gaming, bro? Guangzhou Gaming, they went onto this draft against Team TR, the Indian representative in MSC, with the same kind of drop, but no, it's a Hilda. It's not a Saber. So Saber is a ban. Hilda is the pick. Fedrin getting banned as well. That will be the ban on the Terizla. Last ban coming in soon. Is it a Yuzong or a Uranus? What do you think?
I guess Uranus, if they are, targeting last game's bans, but could be a jungle as well, because jungle has not been picked yet. So let's see what QE Nebula right now picks it up for now. And
that's a good ban.
Yeah, Suyo, I guess, considering there's already a Gord and a Hylos, I don't think a Suyo would have gotten picked either. Link still has a good chance.
It's the fear of Fila.
I might not be a
maybe like
but I do know my traits.
Okay,
Barats. For Barats.
I think this is a flex, Ash. Like, they're trying to throw off Arleng. Like, we are not picking Assassin, but it's actually EXP. I have a vibe it's an EXP pick, because I've been seeing a lot of players actually pick up the Bharat's EXP to throw opponents off. Like, yo, we are actually going to be playing, they make you think it's going to be a Bharat jungle, but then they switch. So let's see what it's going to be. On the other side, though, this time they come up with the Assassin. No Alucards.
No Alucard. No, like EXP Yuzong. They're going to go for a Gatot Kacha into the EXP. So do the jungle Lancelot. So, yep, definitely. They're cooking something good, but I really need to see a Benedetta. I don't know why, but a Benedetta will be the best pick for QE Nebula. If not it, then the Esmeralda. Oh, no, they're going to go for a Fanny with the Barats in the EXP and a Freya in the goal. Ray is totally onto the mark tonight.
And I mean, I know I can't judge his hero picking skills because he does have a third eye, but
Hey, no,
quickly,
bro.
yeah.
I'm just telling you.
No, I know you have a third eye, but saying that the Barats will not go to the jungle is really, I mean, perfect thing to see. Fanny on the jungle, and now we'll be entering into the game number 2. Will it be a clean sweep or a comeback? What do you think, Ray?
Could be a chance of sweep for a single reason. The Fanny is unattended, Ash. She has no counter in this game from the side of Tam. So they're going to be facing difficulties fighting out the Fanny, but we'll find out soon as we right now dive into, of course, the game itself. It is going to be QE Nebula onto the red side, Tam trying to fight it to a third game. Let's see, there's a Fanny that is going to be unattended completely, and there's no counter. What can Tam respond with? And let's dive into the game.
Definitely, and you can see that. I mean, the reason they went for a Mia in this game, I'm not sure. Like maybe the comfort thing, but then again, the same speculation comes in. Like if they will take you down, your Mia. I don't think the Lancelot did a nice rotation with the jungle. You have a Fanny on the opponent side, and you know there is a potential invasive chances coming out from them. And look at it, the Fanny gonna go for the red. You already got the invade into your jungle area, and now they're gonna take out the lava golem as well. So everything you dreamt
Lava
of for
golem,
the Lancelot is
cockroach.
going away from your hand. Even the
Sorry.
Freya is taking away the grammar. So, yep.
For a second, I said cockroach because that's what I usually call it in the.
grammar. Like I've read it. It's named as grammar, bibital grammar, whatever it is. Flicker,
Okay.
early flicker.
Okay, early flicker already gone. Little Wanderer not contested yet, but it's still gonna go into the hands of the Fanny. Might be going for a kill.
Oh. Cutthroat, straight on the mark. Fanny gonna get the first blood here. And now gonna go
No,
for a
he still has
double.
it.
The hunt is not over. Oh no! Retaliate back into the safer side. The Barats giving out the zone here. They're already trying to suppress them in the early game. The Turtle about to burst into the land of dawn. Before that, the Fanny gonna clear out the crypts remaining on the right side of the jungle for QE Nebula.
Fanny still has the cutthroat right now. Her damage was actually so much onto the Hylos, it looked like one, but she still had it. And she still has it, so she can go for another kill. And with this, they will just try to, I guess, invade the purple onto the Lancelot to make sure he uses up his retribution here, or at least get a kill from him, because they do have a Hilda, which counters out the assassins. And there we go. Daytona's welcome, and time, he's just gone.
I always say this: CNS, chew and speed. Bro, they literally do that, the Barats. But now the invasion on the blue buff, and now look at the damage coming out here. They're gonna retaliate back at the safer zone. The high loss is giving out a little bit of damage. Mr. Gush comes in. The overextension will be a pricey one for the hill. Life falls down immediately there. 1v1 situation coming in. Fanny gonna contest the turtle. Nobody's there to take it down. If the Lancelot can come up, but he doesn't have the retribution label on the mark, so definitely you're not going to gamble it up. Easy turtle for the side of Team QE Nebula. Now it's a 2-for-1 the score, but look at this. Fanny goes in with the still cable and gonna get the mark on the god. AOG miss. Kitot Kasha. Get picked up? No.
3-for-1.
Oh,
Might
that's
make it a
decent.
4-for-1.
You have nothing right now. The Freya is literally chunking down the Lancy. The Mia is getting chunked down. 3v1 situation. The Mia is getting caught out. So do the high loss there. He used the hidden blazing. Yep, hidden moon blazing's used. That's a Mystic Gush comes in. Fanny gonna go in for the still cable. Cutthroat comes in as well. Thrown rolls. But that will be the overextension, which will be giving out a kill for this side of Team Arleng.
Yep, Fila overstayed inside the turret just to get the... What about Hylos? No, sorry, Gord. So, of course, he gets punished out of it. He's still a Fanny, a very squishy hero. And with this, oh, Hylos taken out pretty low. Forces both revitalize, and the ultimate. The ramp is gone. And the Hilda, being annoying as ever, is just constantly the Eudora taken away. They have anti-assassin, but oh, damage.
That's the quick one though. Mystic Gush is really bursting out enough. Arleng ML is trying to give some blows here. And they do have a Mia, so if the Mia will get the snowball, Ray, then they have a chance to make sure this game doesn't go with a defeat. They will make sure that the game goes for the third game decider. Now the Harlow is going for the pick. A little bit of taunt from the behind. The Fanny gonna come in as well. Hilda trying to zone it out properly. Still cable onto no one.
Just styling in the mid lane. That's the only like possible answer I can give you. Other than that, lot of damage onto Kaneki right there. King of Aulas gets taken down, and so does Sarchari right now. King of Aulas was actually playing the EXP last game, but they have switched. Dorimi, taking who was a mid lane, has switched up with King of Aulas. A role swap, I mean, it's Scrim, so it's completely fine. I guess they're trying out new things. I definitely think if they're gonna try out something as well, I definitely believe, Mangekyo has to expand his hero pool. The Mia can be a situational really good pick if, of course, they have heroes that you can counter it out. But bot side, a lot of damage onto the Hylos. He is not surviving that. It's gone.
I don't know why he was forcing it out, because like 4 of the members are hiding in the camp and they're gonna go for your kill. So definitely retaliating back was the only option you could have done, because your Mia Mangekyo cannot come for the follow-up at this moment. If he comes, he will get a lot of damage from it, and that's the reason he's not having enough gold. Look at the build, just the Windstalker. Oh my god, on the top side, the fight engage happened there, and we're gonna see a kill on the Lancelot. Prime goes down. They're gonna go for the follow-up. Look at the stun onto the god. That will be Yosu with the kill, a killing spree. And now they're gonna go and force out the kill again and again. Killing spree for the Barat. Hylos used the glorious pathway for the kill. That damage coming out from the side of team QE Nebula is so high at this moment that all of them will get abominate into the fountain. And again, the fight continues. Freya going in for the dodge. Managed to take it out there. Oh my goodness, from the behind it with the Fanny coming in. Fila, get the kill there. Double. No, it's a slain onto the Lancelot. And the final blow goes into the hand of Hilda. From behind, the god is trying to give some poke. Enough to take any, body out from QE Nebula.
They don't have enough damage. Most of their heroes are easily escapable from the Hylos' ultimate as well. God unattended gets taken down. AOG onto nothing. 2 tanks are in front trying to duke a Hilda, while God just gets taken down. This is the thing I'm mentioning. There's the drop is for sure, but it does feel like Tam does not communicate enough, They are not communicating with each other what's needed, because when Gord was getting in trouble, I believe Doremi 100% should have said, someone help me. At least, maybe she would have taken down regardless, right? Sarchari gets taken down right now. You get my point, right, Ash? If she at least communicated, I believe, at least Fanny would have not dived in.
Very decent used again. The third turtle is about to crash into the hand of QE Nebula. I don't know why they are going for the turtle. They could have easily ended with the first Lord. At this moment, they have a hefty amount of gold into their hand. So this economical voice lead could have made them give out a final push, a final rush in the early minutes of the game. And now AOG connected, glorious pathway slowing it down. Mystic Gush comes in, flicker from the Barat. Perfect execution, perfect refrain from the team fight, but look at it. They're gonna go for the engage. Fanny with that still cable. Cutthroat comes in, unstoppable, secured on the Katot Gacha. Yoshu got the kill. Unstoppable for Worthless as well. Lancey goes down, still cable coming in for the backline, but he got pinned down into the wall. Mangekyo got the kill there, but the revenge comes in for the compensation, but it will not be enough to take out more trades for QE Nebula, losing out their jungler for 2 of the trades.
They're down to their base now. Only a tier 2 standing. Okay, wait. A tier 1 is... Oh, monster kill.
Monster kill secured. Pinned into the wall once again. Now they're going to go for a double. Trying Mangekyo to pierce out some damages. Shut down all the Worthless. Lancelot goes in for the puncture, but they will manage to retaliate back. Okay, this time I'll say they do have the energy to fight. The things to get some kills into their hand, but look at the damage from this Fanny, slaughtering out each and every tankiest member from team Arleng ML. The Hylos, the Gatot Kacha is not getting a single chance to play. Okay, Eudora though, a little bit of stun from the god with the Mystic Projectile.
22-5, QE Nebula dominating as ever. They're just looking to finish it right now. And all they need is the Lord to be coming in. That's going to be coming in 20 seconds. Fila is, I mean, he's getting taken down twice, but regardless of that, he has good enough farm. Doffy, Eudora, they're just snowballing. Doffy only got taken down once. And right now, okay, they're trying to take down Kaneki, but the Revitalize, the damage is a lot. But still,
you baited all the resources onto Kaneki, and now you're getting re-engaged from the team. But no, look at it. Fila goes down. Prime gonna kill, but he managed to go back. That's a shutdown by Prime. Double, triple now. Legendary onto the Gatotkacha. 2 into the pocket. And I think that was an overextension from Fila. You don't have the follow-up at that moment. I mean, you know you're the Fanny, but you're not the Superman.
Superman. 2 gets taken down. Team Arleng ML, they will get... Okay. I think they can get the Lord easily. They are way too tanky with nobody able to take down anything. Mia is dishing out the damage. Finally, though.
Yeah, but someone needs to go there. S and P. And there is the Spew and Chew and Spit. And that will be the shutdown. Legendary onto the Lancy. AOG comes up for the follow-up. What a slain happened by Fila. He goes in for the double. Managed to take out the backliner. Double for the Eudora as well. Just a single member surviving. I told you someone needs to clear the backliner, the God and the Mia, and when they did, they win the fight.
Yeah, and with this, Ash, I believe the Lord will be taken down. 11 minutes in, and QE Nebula. Bit of retaliation was coming in from the side of Tam, because guess what? They have, you know, kind of late game heroes. But it's just the fact that QE has a better micro. They are able to bait out skills easily and survive, and retaliate much better. And with this, okay, Hylos goes in again. Freya won't be easily caught up. God just uses the Mystic Gush thinking there was someone, but top side Prime, he is not surviving this. Wait, oh. For a second I thought the Hilda would miss it out, but the S1 enhanced with the dinosaur, sorry, Detona's enhanced form was just able to give it out. Anyways, Lord gonna be coming on from the bottom side. They're down to the inhibitors. It does have the Holy Shield on the mid side. I guess not on the not on the bottom side. So the Lord walks in directly to the turret, and it's gonna be done and dusted. And Fanny, I guess she's just waiting for the dive. Freya waiting for an angle to go in with the Valkyrie's decent as well.
Lord marching from the bot side. There is no Holy Shield in the mid as well. It has been popped out, but they have a chance to defend this Lord. They're trying to do so. Slam comes in. Nobody's trying to get into the Nexus, but from the behind, the Gatotkacha being taken out by Yosu, and that with the Mystic Gush coming in, the Mystic Projectile connecting on the Worthless. Worthless goes down. They're extending the fight. Flicker comes in for Yosu. He goes back. But nice defense from Team Arleng ML on the first Lord. They managed to defend it out because of the Mia getting the spike at this moment and playing so safe from the back line, and they sustain the front liner. Hylos and okay, no, on the top side they managed to open up the Nexus somehow. That was really a gutsy move from the Freya. Like, when everybody was busy on the bot and the mid, he managed to open up the Nexus from the top.
Nebula, I think they're kind of extending the game. They honestly had the angle to end, but yeah, they did not find it. They were just not able to measure it up for now. Fanny goes in once again, and the game, okay, the ramp is going to be used haphazardly. And with this, right now for the side of Team QE Nebula, they're just going to be waiting for the next Lord, I guess. They're not playing that aggressive, right? They can honestly dive inside the turret.
And look at the itemization. At this point, Chastise Pauldron for the Freya. They do have a domain size. And Athena as well. So they're definitely building up those builds, which will help them in the late phase of the game to get the sustain mark from the Eudora and the Freya, the two of the backline damage dealer. And I think Anticurus will be the next option for the Hylos to make sure that the Fanny will not be the one to take him out there. Now the minions marching in, but it will not be the end of one because you need the next Lord Ray to finish up the game. And there you go, taking up the name, and Lord has appeared into the Land of Dawn for the second time. Uncontested, Ray?
Yep, uncontested. They're not going to be able to do anything on this one. They do have resources, but Retribution Seeker is going to be hard regardless. They're also pretty much behind on a lot of levels. Like, most of their members are not level 15 yet, and that's something they have to take into consideration. The burst from Eudora just gone.
Valkyrie decent, legendary onto the Katot Kacha. AOG comes up, 4-man knockup happened, but double kill onto the Katot Kacha. Yashu getting the kill, but Fila falls down there. Pincher comes in, still have HP. He's running away and getting chased down by 4 of the members of Team Arleng ML. Oh no, sorry, Team QE Nebula. Will he manage to give some time? Buy some time for his team so that the Lord will get defended, because right now they do not have Fila. Lord marching from the top. Inhibitor is already taken down. He recalled back safely into the base. They have a chance to defend this Lord as well. Now on the bot, we're going to see Duffy getting the structure, and now he might gonna take out the mid-tier 1 as well. Mystic Gust projectile did not connect onto anybody. And now the glorious pathway comes in. Slowdown happened there. Mia going in for the extra damage. Okay, Mia got the kill there. Now it's a double. Shutdown onto the Eudora. Yoshu goes down. Full coming in, but now that will be a double for Duffy with the Valkyrie decent connecting. He's going back with the help of the Valkyrie Wrath, but no, that was the finishing coming out from Sarshiari. Golgit. Oh no, it's a slain onto Worthless as well. They managed to give some trade while losing out 2 of their members.
Yeah, and with this Ash, I think this is kind of weird scenario. QE Nebula was supposed to end, but yeah, they do, like, you know, make a mistake, and now Team Arleng ML, they have taken down 4 of their members, and the game is extended once again, and it does feel like it's diving towards a 17-18 minute mark pretty soon.
The reason is the Mia and the God placement. The way they are positioning themselves in each and every team fight, the way zoning out the game for them, that Hylos and the Katot Kacha is really marking things right now, because this Mia is getting the spike, and whenever the Mia gets the spike, even though it's not in the meta, it managed to get the win. So you need to play safe, and she did from the very beginning. With the Duffy catching it up, but still, they are not giving out a proper blow.
And one of the reasons, actually, you know, Ash, Mia is shining into the meta is almost, I forgot, Berserker's Fury, true damage. She does not need to build Demon Hunter Sword anymore. She can just go full crit build, and, you know, the true damage stacks in, and that's why Mia is technically kind of like, I guess you can consider slightly meta pick. But yeah, this still doesn't change the fact that you should not be picking her every time, because it is predictable, especially considering you did pick it last game and it did not work out. But slowly but surely, this is where the Mia shines, the very late game. But she is also very vulnerable, very easily targetable. Yasuo is on a Eudora, which is of course another hero from the same tier Mia used to be, and then now she's shining into the meta due to the simple fact of the revamp of the magic scaling items, along with the fact that, well, we are in the assassin meta and stunners just work the best. And with this, another Lord into the pocket of QE Nebula. Can they end it here? That's what, gonna be the 3rd or 4th?
Okay, managed to get the structure on the bot though. But now, okay, that Hylos in a very bad position. I'm gonna use that glorious pathway, as well as the AOG got used. Duffy goes in with the Valkyrie Descent, trying to take out the backliner, giving out a lot of damage. Flicker comes in there, but Atopia is slain onto the God by power of wilderness, and the Mia managed to save at this point. Yashu goes down, Fila falls in as well. Look at it, they are trying to give some set, even though the Lord is coming in. Once again, 2 of the members will not be there from the side of team QE Nebula, so there is a chance for Arleng to defend the base, to defend the Lord again, and to make the game into a 22 minutes mark. Oh no, Kridox gonna go for a spit, but now he got caught into the way though.
Okay. Their game is getting extended quite a bit, and I believe it's because QE Nebula did not respect the Mia enough. And now her damage is definitely can be felt quite a bit. And now, QE Nebula, what do you plan to do? And also considering the fact that, you know, Fanny is also not a late game hero. And look at the damage coming in from Mia right now. It is high.
If you're not taking out the backliner, Mangekyo and King of Aulus, then you are not going to win this game. Both of them need to take it out first, or else you're in a very bad situation. AOG for the escape. Now they're chasing down the glory, the high loss. Glorious pathway comes in there. This is the thing. You are using each and every bit of your skills onto a high loss. Why? What's the need? It's a tank.
I believe their plan is take out the front line, play front to back basically, you know, Ash. Take out the tank, then Mia cannot exactly solo defend the base without having someone in front. That is their plan. But the Hylos is now full build. He's not squishy anymore like the early game where he was easily taken down. Now he can sustain and he can just run away with his ramp. So QE Nebula are kind of making the silly mistakes here and there. And Hilda is obviously not a late game tank either, so they're suffering because of these things. But considering the Hylos right now has lost his ramp, they can, I guess, charge in. And I think Freya's trying to do that, but the damage from Mia, it's hitting right now.
Definitely, and now they're gonna go for an engage before the Lord barge in. That's a retaliation though from the side of Team QE Nebula. Look at the Ghouls going in for the front line. So do the Hylos. They're trying to give some sets for the team and zoning out properly because they know they are in a vulnerable situation. They don't have a single inhibitor standing right now in the map. So definitely they need to defend it up no matter what.
And Mia right now, she is, if you look into her build, she has also sold her boots for a great dragon spear. She's going full damage. No wind of nature, no rose gold. It is bad because she can be persuaded, but her damage is way too much right now. She will shred through anything.
Mia with an Inspire without any of the movement spell or any of the defensive items, not even the rose gold, not even the wind of nature. So, I mean, this is remarkably one of the best scenario to see from Arleng ML. They are really keen to mix things into the third game decider. But look at that. A little bit of damage. The Fanny couldn't sustain there. And the Mia managed to take her out. AOG comes in. They do have a chance to get this Lord into their hand. I think they will possibly buy some time for the Fanny to burst in. Duffy goes in there. Slain onto the Lancelot. Mia goes back. Mr. Gush uses this moment, trapping down two of the frontliners. Now Duffy needs the damage to pierce out the Ghouls. The Ghouls do have the immortality. They're back at this moment, but Mia, no! Slain onto the guy. Yashu with the flicker, with the immortality, finds the kill there, and now they have a chance to finish the game. Glorious Pathway comes in. Hefty amounts of minions are coming in as well from the mid to the bot to the top. Mr. Gushers, they don't have the resources to defend the base. Immortality pop up at this moment. Gonna go for the chew and spit onto the mark. And now this might be the end. They're locking down the base. Team Arleng ML trying their best to defend it up, but that will be the kill off onto the King of Allus. And then look at it, all the minions are into the pit. No chance to flew back. You fought it out for 22 minutes and 30 seconds to see a win onto the hand of Team QE Nebula. A clean sweep for the whole QE family. Full of braids, full of eatable things tonight onto the dinner table because they did a 3 clean sweep for 3 of their teams.
I mean, the leader said if no clean sweep, you get kicked. Jokes aside, QE Nebula today, they will ended up with a sweep for, of course, their whole QE family. And it's great for them. Just like you mentioned, they will be having, I guess, chicken dinner, mutton dinner, whatever they want. But jokes aside, the thing is, I believe this time around, Tam obviously having the late game advantage, finally were able to shine in the late phase. But I believe Mia still needed even more better position, considering she had no rose gold, no wind of nature. I mean, no wind of nature is fine because she is able to actually fight back the Fanny, who was the only physical threat to her. She was not bothered by the Freya that much. She really needed the loot. Now you see, he realized Mia just used the Moonlight Blessing, so she's not immune, so just go for it, and took her down. And this is where the game completely shifted and they finally won.
Definitely. Well played, Team Arleng ML into the next second game, I'll say. Even though they have a little bit of, you can say, not the best drop, but still they managed to give some sets for the team. So I hope they will learn a lot of things from here and they will come back stronger to the next scrim at Algambo Esports weekly scrim clash. So with this, it's time for us
to say our goodbyes for the night, because tomorrow we will again be back for the weekly stream clash. Don't go anywhere, guys. Stay tuned with us. And if you want to play at the weekly stream clash, then the link is available in the YouTube chat. You can go to our website and register your team for the next scrim, which will be happening at Algambo Esports. Learn, practice, come back stronger. That's what our motto for the teams is. With this, guys, we're taking our goodbyes. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all, everyone. Me, STZ with Ray, signing off from Algambo
Good
Esports.
night.
Weekly Stream Clash. See you guys. Good night. Sabak here.